What's up, everybody? It's me, Chalfie. I got T in the house. We got Delvin too, but he went somewhere. So all we get is like a collection of or a visual of his collection of like arcade shit over here, looking like fucking what's that fucking silver spoons and shit.
Together, we're
I
gonna find
think
our
that truly
way.
is Delvin's life goals is to just
That literally was my life goal. That was my
yeah.
goal. As a kid, I think I told the story before. I saw Silver Spoons as a kid, and like that house is cool as fuck. I want a house like that, and I'll be damned.
Yeah.
I pretty much got a house like that. Only thing I
Yeah.
need is the train set
Yeah, I
going
was
through the
about
house.
to
I
say
didn't
you
care
need
about
to
that.
get the train to be able to take you from one location to the other.
Yeah,
Didn't
but
he have passages too, or was that
yeah,
um what was that, Webster?
I think he did have passages too. In retrospect, it's a little suspect.
Kind of does.
Little Epsteinish.
That's about to say a
He
little
got
little
all these
Epstein house vibes over here. Maybe not.
bro.
Now hold on Silver Spoons because I can't recall. Was that his actual child and like the mama died, or was it? Did he adopt a child?
That was his actual child.
Okay,
He was his actual child. The mother, I think the mother passed away, and he didn't have any known relatives, so they sent him to his father, who did not know he had a child.
man, the internet, the TV in the '80s, I guess is how I should look at that. But
Yeah,
also, the
way
internet.
different machine.
I used to watch. I think that show was the first appearance of
Alfonso Ribeiro.
Alfonso
Yeah.
Ribeiro and Jason Bateman. I want to say.
Yeah, he was on there.
Oh shit, was he really?
Yeah, he played his like he was like the Eddie Haskell of
Correct. In
that
the
joint.
first two, that's how much I know about Silver Spoon. I think it was in like the first two seasons, and then season three, Alfonso Ribeiro came in. I think it was
Yeah,
something like that.
the way these shows were designed back in the day, it's like they are just the most shakiest of premise. They're like, okay, come on, let's just try this.
I used to love Silver Spoons. I used to love all those shows. Silver Spoons, Different Strokes, Facts of Life,
Yeah,
Small Wonder.
Yeah,
yeah. I used to go crazy for like Bosom Buddies and Greatest
That-
American Hero.
also my
Oh,
joint.
I love Greatest American Hero.
Love Bosom Buddies. Love their theme. I love. I don't care what you say
Yep.
anymore. This is my life. You know, we don't. Once we get singing theme songs, we be on it because
Yeah,
me and
that's
Sean,
it.
we get down with that. Once because WKRP in Cincinnati is that.
Yep. Yeah, that's when like TV shows weren't just a quick jingle. It was like, man, you had a whole ass song.
Straight up
You had a whole
theme.
ass song you heard on the radio. Like that shit was Billy Joel.
Yeah.
It's like, what the fuck, man? This is crazy. Yeah, those were the days. Now it's just like three fucking chimes and the show starts. But then some
If
but
that.
then but then some shows got like the worst fucking theme song. Like Shrinking is an amazing show, but that the opening like somatic and the fucking music is the absolute worst.
Because I love that show so much, I kind of get down with that theme.
Hell no.
I want to feel myself think again. It's like I don't know, it just does something for my soul, man.
Mhm.
We're gonna talk about that later when we talk about what we watch.
Yeah.
Bruh, that show has managed to stick and move on your boy a couple of times these last couple of weeks. And have me like
Yeah, man. I was like, yeah, we'll get there. We'll get it because we gotta talk about Derek, you know?
oh my bruh. It was so bad, man. I'm telling you. It was bad. It was bad.
We'll get there. We'll get there. We'll get there. All right, well, let's start with this. I mean, we got to catch up. It's been a minute, and I'm still drowning in work and life and shit. So I've just been like laying low. But I want to talk to Delvin first because I heard you talking about in the latest episode of PSVG. Would you get a Mustang or some bullshit like that?
Yeah, I got a 2018 Ford Mustang EcoBoost GT. Yeah, that's the thing. I got a new
So
car.
what made you make the jump from like the little Spark to also having a Mustang?
Oh, because I figured you only
Hose.
live once. Well, that too. You only live once. Um, my son is 20 years old now. He's gonna need a car for school. My Spark is already paid off. So I'm like, you know what? What if I just give him that Spark?
Okay.
Since it's a newer model car, just get me something else. And I was like, I always wanted a Mustang
Mm-hmm.
since I was a kid. This goes back to all these things. Go back to me being a kid in childhood. Since
Yeah.
I was a kid, I always wanted a Mustang. And so I said, no, let me just go get one. And originally I was like, let me go. I just gotta go get an old one. I don't gotta get a new one. Just get a Mustang.
Yeah.
So that was the whole game. But then when I got to the dealership, I'm like, you know what? I can get me a new one. me a newer model
Nice.
Now,
because I got the
what does that mean?
what does what mean? Did I get a newer
EcoBoost.
It's a mode. So like
Yes,
I um, a lot of newer cars come with like multiple modes because they're so electronic based.
yeah,
EcoBoost just means you have it's like a little more efficient way of driving. So it kind of
correct,
shifts things. Whereas like you can also put your car in like a sport mode and then that'll tighten everything up. So like in my BMW, if I put it in sport, it's fucking nuts. It'll actually drop it down as well.
correct.
And it tightens the suspension and the steering. And then there's just normal, which is just like your fucking
Yeah,
normal.
yeah,
But if I have my car in eco because it's electric, like I can get I think on something like fucking crazy like 80 more miles to a charge.
That
uh huh,
is wild.
Yeah.
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 That's kind of what it is. He nailed it. And my car got it got sport, it got normal,
Mhm.
it got the EcoBoost feature, and it has snow.
Oh shit.
Informer?
Yeah,
You know what
it's
I'm
like
stop me, I go blame. I lick
yeah,
a boom boom down.
it's a faking.
Sir, with no irony, no nothing. I
No nothing.
absolutely love that song and
Oh
I like
no,
that song
T
too.
does. T does. T's
and that
about that fucking
and
song.
that man as a performer.
I used to
Oh,
I used
shit.
to know that whole song like by heart.
Yeah.
That's how much I loved that song when I was younger.
Intelligent object.
Look. Sometimes cultural appropriation is fun. Sometimes that shit's
Sometimes you get a pass. You're like, you know what?
It's being respectful
Yeah.
yeah,
and not being foolish, and then not all of a sudden making country songs
yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
after you stole from people. No, my man kept it down.
Yeah.
Was loved all over the globe for it too, bro, including Jamaica, who like lots of Jamaican artists got down with him. So I like,
Yeah.
look, you had to pass, my guy. You good for me.
Look, bro. That song Red Wine slaps.
Yeah.
UB40, yo, that
Yep.
shit slaps. Every time I hear like that, this shit bangs. I know people might be like, these ain't Jamaican. Like, no, those are whole white people.
Man, that was the time though. Shit. That fucking song got so much play. It was fucking crazy. I want to go back to this Mustang though, because this is the one with like I like this body a lot because it's the backlights kind of slant a little bit. Like they
Yes.
go different angles. Now, do you have any like features on it? Like does it have spoilers? Has it got like body kit rims, anything like that?
Well, it got the little fancy rims. It got it also has it got to bring the top down.
Oh, so you got
It's
convertible?
convertible. Yeah.
Oh shit.
I
Hard or
like
soft
that
top?
part. Soft top.
Okay.
So I feel like when I take it down, I feel like I'm driving the Mach 5 from Speed Racer. So that's
Love that. Love that.
So how like when you drive it though, like how often do you drop on that new phase that you're like, fuck, every time I leave the house I take it down?
Not every time because it rains sometimes,
Mhm.
and my daughter's scared of me with the top down. She's like, oh, "Why is this top down?" She's not used to it.
Yeah.
But
She's like, I like a roof. If we could have that happen, that'd be
Shit's
great.
overrated. You don't need that roof, baby.
Yeah, like
you
we're
know,
in Miami.
It's been a couple times. I like, you know what? Let me just take the top down.
Yeah.
I used to have a car that did that. I want to say it was a 1994 Mazda 929 or something like that, and it had a rag top to it. I used to ride with the top down all the time. So this just brings back those days when I was like
Yeah.
20 and stuff like that. And I used to
That's
love
cool
it,
as fuck.
especially when you ride down like at nighttime.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that shit's cool, man. I feel like a fucking supervillain.
Yeah, there's certain moments definitely where it's like if the weather's right, you know, like you can have the windows down, top down type shit, and you're just like, oh, this is good stuff. You know, you kind of just enjoy the atmosphere a little more. That's fucking cool. What
Yeah.
color is it?
Silver.
Nice. That's what's up.
Yeah, it was a good experience because like I said, I got the little email. I think they send these emails all the time. Like, hey, you because I have Capital One as my credit card company.
Yeah.
Like you've been pre-approved to like buy a car,
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
and I'm like, have I now? And I was like, let me see if this works. So I went.
Damn, they got Dylan
the
on the hook
process.
real fast. They were like, shit, we just told him he could buy something.
Yeah, that's literally what it was. Like, hey, let me see if I can get this car. So I said, let me try it for. Like, oh yeah, we give you bread. What you
Yeah.
want, son? You want to get this car? So I said originally I was gonna get me like a little $5,000 car and just pay it right then and there
Yeah,
and be
just
done with it.
that's it.
But when they said, oh, we can finance you something cool, I'm like, all right, let me see if I see something I like there.
Yeah.
And I originally saw like a black one, the same as my car. I think it was 2 years older. It was like a 2016,
Okay.
and it was a black one like mine, and it had like the little specs in it.
Okay.
It looked dope as fuck, but it was a stick shift. And
Mm.
I was like, I know how to drive stick shift, but no one else I know who would need to use this car knows how to drive stick shift.
Yeah.
So if something was to happen with me, I need somebody to drive this car, I
Mhm.
would be fucked.
Yeah.
So I said, let me
I
find
mean,
something.
that's probably why I would have bought the car. I would have been like, I don't want anyone else driving this car. So then get a stick shift. Also, if anything ever happens to me where I need to be driven to the hospital, I'm probably gonna have to drive myself.
Yeah, there's that
So,
part.
so
Yeah,
it's
there's
like,
that part.
what's the point?
Yeah. And it's funny because it was two cars at that dealership there.
Yeah.
It was that one that I looked at. It was no three. They tried because once I said I want to get that one, they tried to sell me a Charger. I'm like, I know I'm black, but
Yeah,
you
wow,
know,
man, they went straight to it, huh? They're like, "You
yeah,
want the Hellcat? You want the Daytona? What are we looking at here?"
yeah. They're like, hey, I know I'm black, but I am a black person. Who just want to immediately want a Charger. Like I came in for a Mustang, and then they was like, but we got a Porsche 911 though. I'm like, oh, you got the other
Ooh.
car
Okay.
that I always wanted.
You're like, okay.
And I thought about that one for a brief second, like, oh no, the insurance
Mhm.
and the maintenance
Fair.
on this car is going to
Fair.
be insane. It was affordable. It was affordable, to be clear. It was very
Yeah.
affordable. Like,
But when you have to think like the long term stuff, it's like, nah, fuck, I don't know. That
yeah,
ain't
like
worth it.
that insurance was going to be like about 1,000.
Yeah. Yeah. No shit.
Yeah, like. So I said, you know what? Because I didn't tell the story about me going to New Orleans, right?
You
No.
did not.
Mm-mm.
So this me going to buy the car sprung from me being angry about my terrible trip to New Orleans during Mardi Gras week. And after I told the story on PSVG, but after I left, long story short, I left my Switch 2 in the rental car,
Uh huh.
and of course that shit was gone.
Yep. That's a wrap.
Yeah, that was gone. So I got when I got home, I was mad. And I said, and it was President Day weekend, so I had a
Yeah.
3-day weekend. So I said, you know what? Let me go look at these cars, see if I want. Just
Hold
take a
on.
look.
That's one of those. This escalated quickly from I
Goddamn
lost my
right.
Switch, so I went and bought a car. Bro,
Yeah,
what?
I need.
Not you didn't say I went and got another Switch.
You, you, you know what it felt like? If I felt like in that moment of time, like I said, I need a fucking win.
Mhm. Yeah.
This week fucking sucked. I need a
Okay.
win. So I said, let me just go to. I wasn't even going to buy a car. I said, let me just go look at them. So I went there and looked at them and stuff like that. And the guy was trying to sell me the car and stuff like that. And I was there till like I got home from the airport like around 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock.
Uh-huh.
I got to the dealership like 5. I was there till they closed. And like,
Oh
yeah,
shit! So you
he
were
like,
like directly like, oh,
yeah,
Delvin needs a win today.
yes.
So we getting this today.
And they was like, nah, we can't give you this today, but you can come tomorrow morning, we'll finish up the process. So I'm like, all right, cool. And then when I got home, I got several other messages from people trying to sell me these Mustangs.
Mm-hmm.
And it was the ones I wanted. So when that happened, that morning I went to one of the dealerships. They're like, oh, the ones you wanted sold out. All of them sold out, but we have this other one that's a newer model that's
Mm-hmm.
actually cheaper than the ones you wanted. And it has the top down. Like,
Yeah.
and he pulled
Okay.
up like, oh, yeah, that's the one. As soon as I was like, yeah, that's the one. I said, let me get that. I said, and he said, oh, you want to get it? Like, yeah. He told me the whole thing. I financed it. Financed it went right through. He was like, hey, all right, we finna clean it up, and then they'll be ready for like an hour. So I said, let me go take my car home and catch an Uber back.
Okay.
So I took the car home. I called an Uber back because it's kind of far. It was like it's in Doral. Doral's kind of far.
Okay.
But I took the Uber back, got the car. I'm still waiting for them to send me the tag too. They asked me the metal tag, but
Mm.
I got the car. I was excited when I hopped in the car. Like, yeah, this feels right. And the guy was telling me, like, hey, the first thing he told me was, have you ever driven like a Mustang or a sports car like this before? I said, no. He said, let
Yeah,
me
because
just
the
let you know.
Mustangs are known for being a little like because of their design, they're a little squirrely in the back.
Exactly. That's what he was trying to explain. Like, look, look, if you're gonna be speeding this car, let me let you know now. The back end is kind of heavy,
Yeah, you
so
will
when you
spin this bitch.
turn, you will spin around and do donuts. So you got to be very careful. Well, how you drive this thing? I'm like, I wasn't gonna drive like that anyway.
Mhm.
That.
But respect due,
Yeah,
Yeah,
for
yeah,
giving me
yeah,
advice. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Word up.
Because let's keep it 100. I am not a young man that will be out here racing niggas.
yeah.
Fucking like Vin Diesel be out here racing people in the streets. Like, no.
You're not T's kid doing fucking donuts on the or drifting on the
On
track.
the track, for real,
Yeah,
for
I'm
real.
not doing that. I just wanted this car because this is the car I always wanted. Like,
Yeah.
this is a good time. I'm at the age where I can get some of the things I always wanted. That's why I have all these arcade cabinets behind me.
Yeah.
I was like, let me do it. So
Does your son have a license?
he has a restricts.
What's that?
Like
You know what
temps.
restricts?
Oh, just like your temporary license. I've
Yeah,
never heard it called the
it's like
restricts. I was like, what do
yes,
you mean? Like he got too many
it's
tickets, now it's restricted?
no no. What a restricts is down here is it's basically a learner's permit. Like
Mm,
you can drive like all you do to get that is if you're under the age of like what 18,
yeah,
you take the written driver's test,
Yeah.
yeah.
and once you pass it, you can drive,
But you got to drive
but
with someone and
you
shit
have to
like that.
drive with someone until you're 18, and once you're 18, you can drive to and from school
Yeah.
Yeah.
or to and from work by yourself.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So he's got a little more freedoms then.
Yeah, he
Because
can.
like,
He can
okay, so over here it's um, you get your temporary, but you can only drive with an adult who had like over 24, I think is what it is, with a who has a license as well. But you don't ever get to the point where you can go like to or from school or work type of
Yeah.
thing.
yeah,
It's only limited to that. And then once you get your license, so we're kind of playing. We're in this world right now because um, Gavin's working on his permit right now. So he's just doing like the online classes so that once he turns 18, then we'll do the driving and then he can get his or the driving test, the actual behind the wheel test, and then we'll get his license. Just cuz it's one of those things, I mean, we've talked about it, but it's like it just didn't like like fiscally make sense where it's
yeah,
like we're going to pay, I mean, it's like fucking expensive as shit, like $500 or so to just to do the class, to do the driving behind the wheel training. I was like, you ain't got a job, man.
yeah,
So like, what's the point? Um, and especially like, I mean, now he is working and stuff like that, but it's just like he's he's only working for like less than a month. So it still isn't like a super need because his job is just a couple blocks away from the house, so he can e-bike over there.
Okay.
yeah. And my son, he has like I got him an electric scooter to ride to and from school.
Hmm.
But like and like it would be good for him to have a car and be
Yeah,
driving, to do things like little chores and stuff like that, or go do the things he wanted. Like some Saturdays, I don't feel like being bothered. Like, all right, you can go take your car and go someplace and be
yeah.
good. Take your sister
And
out.
it same because I think Gavin's like ready for a little bit of that freedom too, especially like when he starts like he's gonna go like local like community college as well, and so he's like I don't really want to be on the bike, but he would prefer to just like be able to drive himself, and then if he wanted to go because he's also like the e-bike he has like is a used bike, so it has like limited power or battery pack. So he's like, well, what if I want to go here and then go somewhere else? Like I'm gonna be stuck. So I
Mm.
was like, all right, so
What,
we have been
what kind
having
of
like
e-bike did you
logical
get him?
it's like the what is it, like the super 70 or whatever. We got a good
Okay.
deal on it. Um, but it like I said, it just I mean it's enough. It can get him really far. But he also runs the risk sometimes of like, ah shit, it like ran out of charge.
Ah, yeah. Delvin, I got him an electric scooter. One of those, not yeah, electric scooter.
Hmm.
And it's kind of it's. I got it from. I got it for cheap. It was like I got it off of Amazon for like $150, stuff like that.
Okay.
So I got him and his sister one, so they could just ride around the neighborhood and ride mainly him so he could ride to school because when his first week of school, he was like, "Hey, Dad, I need to take the Uber." Like
Yeah.
I'm not going to be paying $20 a day for you to take the Uber home from school. So, so either you need to learn how to drive, or you need to find another mode of transportation. And he done met some friends out there who got the same interest in him, so he's been kind of
Nice.
hanging out with them.
Yeah, I
And
remember you saying that, which sounded really cool. That he's like finding his click a little bit, which is like that's
yeah,
what's up.
yeah, and he's kind of taking advantage of the things that school has to offer, which I'm very happy about. He's enjoying it,
Yeah.
and I think it's kind of funny to say this. I think him doing homeschooling did him good in terms of he appreciates college now,
Okay.
and he wants to be there. He's excited to be there. He wants to succeed at college. Whereas I know some kids, when they for being like in regular school for 12, like for 12 grades stuff like that, once they get into college, they're like, oh, this is more of the same. He's not like that. He's like, no, this is a different experience for me.
Yeah.
I'm meeting new people. I'm out here. I have this little independence. They have a library here where I can rent, where I can get video games, and I can go to the I can go work out over here. He's having his own life experiences, and I think that is working out for him better than anything else.
Yeah, because that's something I don't know if you and I talked about it last time or not, but that was a conversation I had with Gavin where I was telling him like the experience is gonna be completely different because it's almost designed to have you stay because your classes aren't consecutive like how they are like in public school, or
Yeah,
like your high school where it's like you go from first to fucking sixth or eighth period, whatever it is. It's like you might have a class at 10 until fucking 11:30, and then have a gap for like an hour, and it's like shit. That's not enough time to go home or go hang out. Like I'm gonna spend more time walking back to my car to drive away to drive right back.
Yeah.
So it's like you might find like a music lounge or like you said, like an arcade or places to eat. Or just you catch up with friends along the way, or it's just like, oh, let's just kick it for a bit. You got 30 minutes, I got 30 minutes. We kind of hang. So I was like, I told him, I said, it's like a little city in a sense. It's designed to like just sustain itself. So, because he was like, oh, because his goal after this is then to probably go to like the local university. And he's like, yeah, he's like, I mean, he's like, I know it. It's like I skate there all the time. I was like, you do, but you don't know it like as a student. You just
Yeah.
know it as
yeah,
a kid who skates there. And it's going to be way different when you're there when the school is alive and active and you have to use the resources. I was like, so just be ready for it. But I'm glad your son's like getting a good taste of things and kind of opening his doors a little bit. That's really good.
yeah. It's working out really good. I can't complain. He's learning. He's enthusiastic about college, and that's what I wanted. I was like, you ain't gotta, you. My whole thing was always, I don't care what you do in terms of your career. If you want to be a garbage man, I'm all for it. You want to do anything, as long as it's legal, I'm all for it.
Yeah.
As long as you're doing something.
It's like just don't be lame. Like
Yeah,
don't
don't be stagnant. Don't just
yeah.
sit here and do nothing and lay around the house.
Yeah. No, that's definitely the truth. Cause like Gavin was asking me the other day if I was like ever planning on retiring. Well, actually the way he said it was like, do you think you'll ever retire? Like can you retire? And I was like, I can. And I was like, I honestly think I have like I think like 10, 12 years ahead of me. And he's like, and then what are you gonna do? He's like, won't you be like super bored? And I was like, "Oh, I don't plan on like if I retire, I'm gonna just like be chilling around the house." I was like, "That's like impossible for me." I was like, I go, it goes for like when I'm on like winter break or like spring break or something like that. When the break is too long, then I'm like, I got to go back to work because it's too calm." And I was like, and that's also why I like to learn random ass things because it just stimulates like a different part of my brain as opposed to the regular day to day. I was like, so I don't really plan on like I'll retire and then get some like little side gig. I mean, jokingly, not jokingly, I've been very clear with the fact that like I want to either drive or stand on the back of the tram at Disneyland and just be like, okay, you guys, get on, go be behind the yellow line, let's go.
Strangely enough, I think that is like the perfect job for you.
Yeah, man, I just mildly directing people and I can get into Disneyland for
Yeah.
free.
Like if you were
Shit,
just like
bro,
sitting there
what?
telling people like the certain environment, like hey, there's where Splash Mountain's at, and all this
Right.
and pointing out stuff.
Yep.
Like,
Giving people tips like, listen, you don't want to be here at that time. You want to be here at
yeah.
this time.
hmm
You know. So
I
that's my
think
goal.
I think all of us have that like one job that might be like the perfect job for us.
Yeah.
I don't know what that would be for me.
I know exactly what that'd be for you. What are you talking about?
Please.
Owning a record store.
Then I'd be that asshole at the record store, and I don't want to be that dude.
No, but I think,
T,
I
you
think
are the
Delvin is
asshole at
right.
the record store. What are you talking about?
Nah, but I think you would. Okay, almost like how Delvin's saying right now, where it's like the approach of like driving the tram. I don't know if you'd be gatekeepy as you would be more just like come through the gates. So you're just
Yes.
like, hey, what you into? This, and that. All right, let me put you on. You know, which that would be the name of your record store. Let me put you on.
Yeah, that's a good name.
Just so people knew what they were walking into. You know.
Uh,
Because they expect those people to be like, listen, I'm not going to ask him if I can buy the new Taylor Swift because they're going to talk to me sideways. You'll be like, I got that. And let me put you onto this.
Yeah, if you like
Yeah.
Taylor Swift, you might like this too.
Yep. And now they walked out with 4 albums.
Yeah.
Boom. You know?
T
Think
knows
about
how
it.
to be approachable. In situations
Exactly.
Like that.
Chew on
that
it.
is a problem because what I'm approachable as is unhoused people who might need assistance in other ways. Just be
Okay.
thinking, I can go talk to that dude. It's like, how did I get this energy? Where did that come from? Consistently, it's been that way for since I was a child, man. It's like
Yeah.
motherfuckers will roll up on me like, I don't know, that brother seems like he got something to say. It's like I really don't, but
All
I
right.
guess maybe
I
I
guess-
do.
Now, what's yours, Delvin? I don't know if you said it or not.
I don't know.
Hmm.
I honestly don't know.
Pawn shop.
I definitely don't want to do that.
Yeah, you do, man. You're listen. You got fucking Jordans from a homeless guy.
That was because I was a good person. He's like, hey, here's some Jordans. You know what it probably would be? I don't know.
See, the reason I'm not
That's-
joking though,
that's-
but honestly, I think you would have a pawn shop because then people will come to you and be like, "Listen, I have this fucking, I have this Pikachu Game Boy," and you're like, "I gotta need that." Okay, all right, I give you 40 bucks. It would just be to like feed your habit in addictions,
Yeah.
not really to be like giving other people stuff. You're like, I got 4 Nintendo 64s. I don't need them. I got them.
I think it probably, if I was to guess, it would probably be like a rec center, like a community rec center,
Okay.
where I would have like, all right, you got like all these activities for kids to do, and I have this
Mhm.
arcade that's just set up with a whole bunch of badass stuff for kids to play with. Like, oh, there's a whole bunch of games in here. This is a cool ass rec center. And then something goes on with a kid, then I got to go turn my hat backwards and
Right.
give them,
Sit
give
the
them
seat back,
spit.
the chair
Yeah.
around.
Yeah,
Be
or
real
you
right
you
here.
start off with like, listen here, young blood.
Young blood is
Yes. See, I don't think I could be a teacher,
Yeah.
but I think I could be somebody like who like runs a rec center or some place like that where kids like come to ask for guidance and stuff like that. Like, hey, pops, how you do this?
Are rec centers still a thing?
Oh yeah,
And
they
I
definitely are.
don't mean like the
Boys
community.
and girls clubs are still a thing. So
Yeah.
and we do have some of the cities around us have recreation centers. We do too. We got one here in our town too. So yeah,
Because
that
like
is-
we have a lot of classes over here, but like the old school and even like the Boys and Girls Club is like kind of weird because it's like more child care type of service.
Mm.
And whereas like I remember when I went, it was like we hung out there all fucking day. And it was like basketball, making those little like Pinewood Derby cars,
We still have that here.
arts and crafts type of things.
We still have rec centers here. The city of Cleveland, which is where I'm like ostensibly from, they have multiples throughout the city, and they act as all kinds of things. They're rec centers, of course, but they act as warming stations during the winter for people.
Okay.
That's where most people can go swim and learn how to swim at, and so
Yep.
forth. So on, like
Yes.
and so different spots around town exist like that in Cleveland. I love that for this city because people need it, man. It's like we live in a time where it's kind of necessary, So
Yeah.
I
But,
can't
I mean,
believe
there-
Cali wouldn't have that. Y'all seem like such a I don't know, a legit state with
Yeah.
matters like that.
But
Also-
that's what I'm saying. Like, we like Long Beach offers a lot of like activities and things like that. And so there is a ton of stuff to do, but like I have not heard one person mention like the the rec center, like
Yeah,
the building
yeah,
where you go in there, your mom drops you off on at noon, picks you up at like 4
Yeah.
and you just hang out. Like that's where you spend your
yeah,
weekends and they give you that sack lunch, like that type of environment. Like
If
I
you know the sack
yeah,
lunch type of
right.
thing, you know what I mean?
yeah.
Or the styrofoam container situation where it's just like
Right.
a peanut butter jelly sandwich and
Yep. Yep.
chips or something. Yeah, bro, that's so
Hella
good.
cellophane.
Oh,
Ah,
also down here, the rec centers are a big part of like Optimus football and stuff like that.
Okay.
They have like the little league. 'Cause that's a football down here is a big thing. Like
Yeah, it is.
school-based football, whether it's kids or high school and stuff like that. It's a really big thing down here. So a lot of those Optimus football camps be there, and then they play like games against other parks and stuff like that. Yeah, it's a big
yeah,
deal.
yeah.
Yeah, interesting. Yeah, I don't know. It just kind of threw me off, or like it was just like a random thought I had. I was like, "Fuck, I haven't heard." And because like my students from my school, they go to the Boys and Girls Club, but they go for like homework helpers. They might play some games. Oh, you know what I brought to my school? I know we're kind of all over the place, but fuck a structure. Do you guys remember like caroms, like on the playground? Okay, that
Caroms.
was like they were flat wooden tabletop games. Like you might like use like a wooden stick and like a little like wood dowel or a little wood chip, and you might play golf, or it was like a maze.
How you spell that, man?
Yeah.
Carom is the brand, and I think it's CARROM.
I was close.
But so you know how we like everyone just calls like
Carom
just
board
use
is
Carom board.
what's
Oh,
it?
I remember
Oh yeah,
these.
yeah, 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 yeah. I'm hip to this.
yeah. So it was who was fucking talking about it? Baylor the Great was talking about this somewhere where he was like, "Ah, fucking caroms," and I was like, you know what? Like the kids on the playground have been getting tired of the activities that we have, so we got a pretty decent budget of money left to spend on playground shit. So let's buy some caroms. So I bought two because we have two separate playgrounds for the upper and lower grades.
Mhm.
So I bought them the golf, and then I bought two hockey games where it's like they use these little like paddles, not like foosball style or anything like that. Like they're actually like shuffling like a little puck around. Man, these kids are fucking going wild for these games.
And they're not
Really,
expensive.
really reduced our behaviors. They're lining up. We organized it in a way that they were able to like here's the rules, here's the guidelines. They fucking jumped in. And but it's one of those old school things where it was like he had mentioned it. And I was like, damn, that's right. We used to fucking play carom like games like crazy on the playground. So I was like, yeah, let me get these fucking bitches. We're gonna have a good time. And the kids love them.
Man, this is great. I'm looking at a board right now. This is not expensive.
Nah.
Like this, like
Yeah, so I got it.
150.
I need to get a couple more. Like I bought, like I said, the two golf and the hockey ones, and I need to get some more because just to kind of expand it. Because I wasn't sure if they were going to look at it and be like, I don't want this old school wooden ass fucking George Washington board. And nah, they really took off.
The hockey one's dope.
Here, I'm gonna put this in the chat, and you could share it with the listeners if you are so inclined, sir.
Nah, fuck listeners.
Yeah, who needs that?
That's for nerds. Yeah. So this is like the checkered and whatever. This one's over here. Yeah, there's a few different types. And then, like I said, there's one that's sort of like you go through the maze, but if you hit a thing, it's like lose a turn, go back type of shit. There's quite a few different ones.
Yeah,
They're cool as hell.
this one is for sale on eBay currently in its original box for $100.
Damn.
So
See?
Good price.
yeah, you can flip it over and there's other stuff on the like if the turn.
Yeah, sometimes they have two on there. Yeah.
that's work. I dig it.
Yeah. No electricity. See, just fucking, you're always good to go. I love it. I fucking love it. What have you been up to, T? What's it with you?
I gotta say, just not a lot. So you understand I live in the north, and it's been a difficult winter.
Uh-huh.
It started considerably earlier than it normally would around these parts, and it got bad. And so it was weird. It's weird to have gone through such a winter because it hadn't been that way in a mighty long time. But also, that means I, who live up against the shallows of the Great Lakes, that bad boy froze over.
Yeah.
I got the opportunity to go stepping on the Great Lakes, which is a delight. a Great Lake in this case.
Yeah,
So,
I was like, "Oh, fuck.
yeah,
Yo, you
yes.
really went for a walk, man." You're
No,
like,
no,
"No,
no, yeah, yeah.
you're like, "I just slid all the way."
I didn't go far out there like some people do. Because I saw the day we went, I saw this dude, and God, you know, and he was out in a distance. I was like, that seems unsafe because he's by himself. And yes, it's thick ice, but how thick is it that far out? We don't know. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Nah,
And
son.
so
Uh-huh.
forth. And
Let me
even
And
ask
where
you
I
a
was
question.
you don't wanna find out.
Let me ask
exactly,
you a
I'm like,
question.
why is my man out here dolo? Either he's about to go die or he was got to call for rescue. Either
Yep.
way, it was bad work.
I
Yeah.
gotta ask the question, T. What race was the guy?
Oh, he was far too far away from you to know. Like that's how far he was. Like you
You
have
know,
to
T.
suspect.
You
But
know,
we
T.
know.
You
No, we
know,
know
T.
because again that same day. Here's the things that here are things that I saw happen out here on this ice while I'm out there.
I'm ready for some good shit.
I see people out there laying on the ice, like they trying to make snow angels because I mean it's ice and the snow and stuff like that there. But also I see multiple animals on that ice, and I'm like, you just laying and pissing shit and not even care.
Well,
Right.
And I'm
T,
just
I'm
like,
gonna ask the question again.
oh, you definitely without a doubt.
Mm. I hope Delvin's Tourette's don't kick in.
Yeah.
And it's I don't know, man, but it's like it was dope. I took Vanessa. So the night before we went, we were at our niece's birthday party, and Vanessa's uncle Pat was there. Uncle Pat's my homeboy. It's like one of the people in her family that's super tight with me. You know what I'm saying? All we've got love. And I was like, hey man, we talking about going to the lake tomorrow. You trying to step? And he's like, yeah, I think I will. And like I'm like, okay, that was a sincere yeah, I will, not a
You're like, "Okay."
yeah. So we all ended up meeting at the lake, and I talked to my son, and because my son was there at the party too, and I was like, hey man, we're going to the lake tomorrow. You trying to come through? And he's like, hey, I think I might. I'm like, okay, good enough. And so Pat and Jan are there with their daughter, and Vanessa. Remember, Vanessa has an autoimmune disorder, so she's like not always the strongest
Yeah.
for getting around. But she got out there on the ice and stepped as far as she was like. He goes, "This is about as far as I'm comfortable going." Like that's okay. I
Yeah.
understand that, and I'm glad you got out here on
That's
the
like,
ice.
I'm assuming it's like, just dipping your toes in the shore and being like, "Okay, I'm cool. I made it."
No, she got no. I'm telling you. So she got out as far as you would naturally swim where you at the beach.
Okay.
Okay.
So it's pretty far out.
That's pretty decent.
Decent amount. Yeah, yeah. And I was out further than that. so I walked out there. Pat hung out with me, and me and him walked out on the ice. And then by the time me and Pat had turned back around, my kid had showed up. So I was like, all right, well, I guess we have to go back out there. So I got to take him out on the ice and snow and so forth. So me and Xander got out there on the ice as well. It's just nice. It's experience I highly recommend everybody do when you can, because it's just wild
Mm.
to just pull off that Jesus walks type shit. You know what I'm saying?
Walking on water, baby.
I've done it. So this is good sense when it comes to the age. I was like, we'll do it on the beach side, because if anything goes astray, at worst, it'll be up around my chest.
Okay.
And I can walk off of that.
Yeah.
But a younger T would go off the rocks, off on the other side of the lakefront, and be out on where people go fishing at.
Yeah.
And that was dumb of me, but I was young and didn't know no better.
Yeah. Ain't no way I was doing it.
No.
Bro, I'm telling you, you think that, but I know you would. I'm telling you, you just would. You would, because it's like it's just the experience around these parts. People know what it is. They know what they plus also like we have an understanding. Like, no, look, man, don't be bullshitting.
Yeah.
It's
I would need someone with like a rope attached to me. I'll be like, I'm gonna go out. I fall, pull me
Ain't
back.
no way.
But
No, my luck could be some dumbass kid act like they see Von Glover tap dance on the shit around me. And then we both fucking dead.
Delvin's like fucking Final Destination. He just sees the cracks coming towards him.
I think. Did I send you all the pictures? I thought I did, but I don't know
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Okay. So yeah, it's a good time, man. I really enjoyed that little part of it. The weather has changed finally. We're more getting into the spring type weather around these parts, which is nice. It's supposed to snow again like tomorrow, but no, Wednesday. But That don't mean shit because that is what happens around spring around these parts. You'll get like, oh, it's 80 today. It's 32 today. We're back to 60 now.
Fucking
Oh, it's
crazy.
just it's just how the it just is how the weather kind of moves around this area, especially this time of the year. And so I don't mind that. And so, like I said, I just truly have been in the house for the winter, and it was just kind of just this is whack, but
When
it's all I could do, you know.
when the weather's good, like when it's summertime,
Yeah.
does the water warm up like enough that you could swim in it? Like, do
Yeah,
people do
yeah, yeah,
that?
yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. Lake Erie is a I've swum. I have swam. Right? Yeah.
Scramble.
Uh-huh. Swim,
on
swim, swim.
on both
Scramble.
sides of Lake Erie, I've swam on the American side and the Canadian side. It's a very nice lake. It's got a little funk to it, but that's because things live in it. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
it just is
Duh.
how
Yeah,
it works.
food and bodies.
What's interesting about that is the lake will maintain. It'll be chilly up until midsummer, late summer. You know what I'm saying? And then of course it'll hold its heat until pretty deep into winter. And so if you're over by the lake, you're like, man, it's kind of nice over here. It's kind of warmer over here because the lake will hold on to that heat until it can't anymore and then starts freezing over. It's just a fascinating place. Like I said, I found the Great Lakes to be amazing. And it's always so fun when I see videos of like Europeans coming over here and they're like, what the hell do you mean this is a lake? A lake is this. And I'm like, nah, bro, the Great Lakes are
Yeah.
impressive because like, yeah, you've been to Shasta, so you saw Lake Michigan.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you kind of know it's like it's wild that like
Yeah.
you're like that it feels oceanic, you know what I'm saying?
There's a
Well,
reason
yeah,
they call them
exactly.
the Great Lakes.
Yeah, yeah.
Because
They're
like
great.
it did kind of like fuck with my frame of reference a little bit because it was like the combination of the two. Like I can see the edges around me to see how it kind of forms a certain shape,
Yeah.
but it was like the horizon, like the depth was so far off that it was like the ocean where I was like, oh yeah, this is fucking crazy because it is finite. Like
Yeah.
there is an end. Whereas like when I look at the ocean, it's like that shit goes on forever, relatively speaking. So yeah, it did kind of fuck me up a little bit because I didn't really expect it. People, I'd always heard about it. And it's like, oh, you look across the Great Lakes and this and that. And when I saw it, I was like, that's fucking crazy. And even when I got up into a building higher up and still looked at the lakes and still didn't see the other side, I was like, oh yeah, this bitch is big, like really big.
At this point, I've managed to visit Michigan. I was practically born on Lake Michigan because I was born in Grand Rapids,
Okay.
Erie, Ontario, and now Huron. Huron, I did just over this past summer, and so I
Okay.
only have Superior to go to next, and I would have visited all the Great Lakes, and I think that's super dope.
Yeah,
And
so
all the
that is really
Transformers.
cool.
Superior is the one. Superior is like the deep one where ships sink and people die, and it's not really a lot of swimming action going on there. It's like it's the one. So that's
So that's the
kind
one
of
you want to go to diet. Okay, I got you.
it's the one I like to go visit and maybe get some fudge from around the surrounding areas because that's kind of
Fudge.
what pops up that area of Michigan. Plus, I could probably snatch up Fowler and be like, "Come on, man, let's head on up to
Yeah, let's do a
Mackinac.
thing.
Let's go to Mackinac, get some cherry whiskey and some fudge and kick it, and
Get
that'd
some
be
cherry
dope.
wine.
Cherry brandy. They cherry brandy.
Cherry wine.
Yeah.
You
Or
ain't got to take
whiskey,
your
I
clothes off
think,
to
in
have a
general.
good time.
Oh no, but man, get lower. But yeah, man, it's just been winter in this part of the world, and so that has kind of kept me at bay from doing a lot of too much. My kids in school seemingly doing well. They're home right now because it's spring break.
I like how you
So
said seemingly doing well.
Yeah.
Like, I
They
think you're
grown.
doing good.
They're
You might be
growing,
failing.
and I
They
have
might be
to
failing.
allow them that space. They seem to really, really, really be enjoying school. They hit me up pretty regularly from like it was any situation and be like, "Yo,
Mhm.
this is what's happening right here in this class, and I'm loving it. This is what happened in this class, and fuck that dude." And I'm like, "I love that. I love that in you
Oh,
that you
Yeah.
seem to know is what." They seem to be on they like situation. They came home today was like, "Man, it's still kind of in the middle of whatever exams they're taking right now. So it's like, yeah, it might be spring break, but I got work to do." And I'm like, well,
Yeah.
you know that. And I'm glad that you know that. And
Yeah, because spring break does, when you're in college, it does hit in a weird way because
Yeah.
it's like it's not like winter break typically ends a semester,
Yeah.
and whereas this one is like, nah, you just got the week off. You
Yeah.
come back Monday,
So
so that project's still due.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. So, and then he was telling me he has some kind of group project that he's working on. And when he asked me today, he's like, "Hey, are you good at PowerPoint?" I go, "I can get around it, but I don't know if
Yeah.
I'm good at it." But I think it's dope that he is in that frame of mind, is learning and doing well. He seems to be doing good on campus, and I fuck with that,
Uh-huh.
so
That's
forth.
dope.
So, yeah, man, I dig it, man. I
Congratulations, man.
here we are doing what we're supposed to do, man. I am a empty nester at this point, y'all, and
Yeah.
it's strange because yeah, of course I miss my kids, but also it's just like, let me tell you something. Cheese lasts way longer. Literal cheese, not stacks. You feel
Yeah.
me?
Well, that
Soda
too.
lasts way longer.
Yeah. You're
It
like,
just
listen.
it's like,
Oh, that water heater always got hot water.
Yeah.
yeah. The general bills have been the utilities and like have been like, okay, that's
Yeah.
on point. Like,
Mhm.
not too bad, not too bad. So it's been all right, man. It's an interesting life we live. I was telling the story on my show last week, but you
What
won't
is
get
your show, T?
to
Let
next week.
everybody know
My
what your
show
show is, sir.
is Stage Crunchy and Milk. It's the City of Cleveland podcast forum. I think you might fuck with it. Longest running podcast from the city of Cleveland.
That's
Just in
right.
case you didn't know, now you do.
Never heard of it.
But a couple of years back, not even a couple of years back, let's say a year and a half, let's say nearly a couple of years back. We'll just go with that. The kid had a friend who disappeared. And people were like, did they run away? Were they kidnapped? This, that, and the third. What happened? And the family was worried, but they didn't seem worried in a way that was like, because they seem to be full of the belief that everything's going to be all right and their kid was going to be all right. But they still kept the word out, posters up, handing out ribbons and stuff like that, fighting the good fight, trying to get their kid back.
Okay.
And we even went and attended a vigil for the kid. They had a vigil at a local park here, and the news came out and was like so forth and so on, talking about, hey, this kid's missing. If you see him, let us know, and so forth and so on. And then one day, out of the blue, it's probably some weekend day, out of the blue, my kid comes tumbling down the stairs, like, they on the phone with me. They just called me. I'm like, what? So this missing child called my kid. So to basically, okay, that's the first legitimate sign of life.
That is
Like,
crazy.
as in your kid was the first contact,
Yes.
or like, oh
This is
shit,
some shit off of like A&E.
yeah, that's wild. That's
That's
heavy.
wild.
So I immediately called the police, non-emergency line. We don't want to be causing panic. And I'm like, hey, you know that missing kid we have around here? Okay. Well, they just called my kid and they seem to be okay-ish. And so I want to let you guys know. And I gave them whatever information at that point in time, and then never thought of it again. At some point, my kid was like, hey, they came home, they're safe, and it's okay. And again, I just keep on trucking.
I got to ask a question.
Sure.
This is a very important question I've always struggled with. What is considered an emergency? Because if a missing child calls me, I kind of would be like, is that an emergency?
I didn't feel what it is I didn't feel like 911 was the place to call for this situation.
Okay, see that's what I'm trying, because I've dealt with this, not the same missing child thing, but situations where like, is this an emergency line number or is this the regular number to call?
Yeah.
Like, and you have that like kind of like you freeze for like.
Also, I felt like it would have just thrown somebody else in the mix. It would have just middlemaned the situation, and I really just need to talk to a cop.
Gotcha.
Feel me? And so I bring the story up to be like, last week I go see if a package had arrived, and there's a little piece of paper hanging on my door, and I have that piece of paper right here. Let's see if I can keep everything covered up. You'll see the words state subpoena on that. And I was
What?
like, the fuck is this shit?
Yeah.
And I look at it, and it's for my kid, and it has their name. It has their new name. Remember, my kid just got their name.
Yeah.
Last
Okay.
year. So, I'm like,
So someone did legwork.
so I'm like, is this for them, or is there somebody else with this name that this is for? So from so on. So call my kid, and I'm like, hey man, this showed up. It says you got to be at court on this date, and I don't know what this is about. Again, not thinking that this is about the situation that
Yeah.
it's about.
This is that.
Yeah. I see the name that's on the thing that this case is against. I go look it up. That person is dead. I'm like, well, the only name that came up is that person is dead. So that can't be him. I tell my kid, hey man, make sure you call this person, the phone number listed on this thing, because if you because it's I go, it's real important. That shit say subpoena. I mean, if you don't go, it could be a problem. Okay.
Yeah.
And I trusted my child to do it. And then the next morning, at some point I hit him in the afternoon. Did you do that? I called, but it just went to voicemail. Like, that's cool. Keep it moving. You know what I'm saying? And the next morning I'm sitting there like, did my kid actually do what they're supposed to do? I'm gonna call. I call, it goes to voicemail. So I'm like, okay, that seems the story seems legit.
Yeah, we're consistent.
Yeah.
So then I'm like, I can look up cases in this state. How to do it? How do I do it? How do I do it? I think on, and then I remember what I'm supposed to do to look up a case.
Mm-hmm.
I go look it up. I go drop that name in, and I'm like, oh, those are charges. Think of the worst charge you can think of. Imagine them 2 times, and then kidnapping on top of that, and then drugs on top of that.
What the fuck?
Yeah. I was just like, what the fuck is this about? And then just as my bell rings, like in my head all of a sudden I go, and I text my kid, and I'm texting my kid, and the same time my kid is texting me, and I mean the exact same time. It's like, I'm on the phone with the prosecutor right now. This is about, and I go, look at your text message right now. See what I just wrote.
Yeah, you both are like at the same time.
And so he calls me, goes, it's about that. He says he doesn't think I'm going to come to court because they think this dude is going to take a plea. He probably should. Trust. Yeah. That's one of them life situations. So I'm like, that's crazy. And so that's exactly what it was about. It turns out my kid would be a witness in the situation because the first person this person reached out to was my kid.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's weird.
Crazy.
Oh,
yeah.
To clarify, the friend did the bad thing, or the bad thing happened to the friend?
Bad thing happened to the friend.
Damn.
Okay, yeah, that's what I was curious too. It's like which way it went.
That's fucking horrible.
Yeah. And so it is considered a couple of heinous crimes, including and on top of that, kidnapping, and on top of that, coercion with drugs.
Wow.
And so it's like, that's insane. Yeah. And that child is safe, and it has since left the area. They live in a different area from here, and so forth. But I'm like, and then when you go look at this dude got, I know you hear this shit on TV all the time. So rap sheet as long as your arm. Well, it is.
Like for real.
Also, this man is older than all of us. This is an old man. Not an old man, because he's younger than my mama, but not by a lot.
Yeah. Old enough.
But he is like what you would say a career criminal.
I don't know. He got some charges on that life, and I'm like, bro, you grown. How did you get not grown? You are nearing retirement. Why are you fucking around with shit like this?
There are some people in this world who don't know how to deal with the reality of this world.
Yeah.
And they choose that jail life.
Yep.
And some of these people choose to do it in the most heinous way possible.
Yeah.
So that was wild. If you want to know some things that have been occurring around these streets. I got to enjoy some of winter, you know what I'm saying? Because oftentimes you don't get to enjoy it because it just be so cold and awful. And at the same time, I got to, I don't know, my kid is a part of, I guess, the good side of a case. And like I said, hopefully if everything works like it should, then my kid don't even got to bother. This doesn't got to show up or anything like that there. It's simply, this is wiped away. This dude has agreed to terms and is going to go do his bid. And we just keep motherfucking moving. But
hopefully it's life.
Yeah. No
shit. Yeah. You know, as old as he is, kind of everything's life at that point.
Yep.
Yeah. Like that is also true.
Yeah. So just senior life is what you call it, man. It's just crazy,
super life.
That's not the retirement home you want to really be going to. But then again, if that's all you know, then it's just like, yeah, this is the normal life for me. Being outside is a different feel.
Yeah. So just a wild time, man. Wild time in that regard. But other than that, man, it is okay, man. Life is life in a positive way. Paid my car off. Speaking of cars, you know what I'm saying?
So congratulations.
Which makes me chuckle because, of course, they've been on me for about 3 years now. I've been like, come on, man, don't you want to trade that car in and come get a new one? I'm like, not particularly, sir. No, I really
No,
don't.
no, I'm actually very fine with where I
I
am.
I keep hearing stories and seeing TikToks or reels or whatever. People what people are paying for cars right now
Yeah,
because of the interest rates. Yeah, and we assume these people don't have the best of credit. We'll just agree
yeah,
with that. But people are paying, house notes for cars,
yeah,
Hmm.
and I'm like, no, sir.
yeah,
So no, I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. I need to
yeah.
put some new tires and new brakes on that
Yeah.
bad
Fortunately for
boy.
me, I
I
don't
thought,
have a house note.
yeah, I thought you were gonna, I thought you were gonna plot twist us right now and be like, I got a Mustang. I'd be like, oh shit, I need
No,
to get a
no, no, no,
Mustang now.
no. I need to.
That'd be like Mustang on Mars. You gotta fucking change the name.
The Mustang boys.
that
Let's
is
go.
certainly your episode title, Mustang on Mars. It got to be. It's got to be. It's got to be.
Add it to the notes. Add it to the
But
notes.
I I'm happy to have taken care of that. It's if you recall, it's not really my first new car, but it is my first new car because the first new car was the Fit that got totaled.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So this one is the first new car, and I took it stem to stern all the way through, made it
yeah,
all the way through the pandemic and
nice.
everything else, and work from home and all this other stuff. And I just I'm proud of myself for that one.
Yeah.
Oh, Mars. Sorry, I had to put that in
That's
the
that's
notes.
Yeah, no.
that's kind of how it was with the Chevy Spark.
Yeah.
Paying that car off, like, oh, this car's paid off now. I don't have to worry about it.
Yeah, I got the little thing in the mail the other day that it was like,
Oh, that's a
okay,
good
you
feeling when you get
official,
your
you
little
official,
title
official.
showing
Yeah,
up.
yeah.
Like,
So
this
Yeah,
I'm
is
like,
your car.
that's good. Yeah,
nice.
for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, over on my end, it's been really busy.
Yeah.
A lot of stuff going on, just a lot of different adventures. Um, but like, okay, I think the last time I had got my chest tattoo done, and it was just like the outline portion. And
Yes.
so just like a couple weeks ago, got it filled in,
I was
and
just about to ask, where the hell is this tiger located on your frame?
it goes from here
Take it
to
off.
here,
Take
and then
it
it's
off.
like
Take
this
it
big.
off. Take it off.
Ain't no one want to see
Take
that.
it off.
That no,
No,
that's
we
that's
no.
for the Patreon.
Hey, we trying to get a show, baby.
But yeah, it's rather large. But it fucking
That's what she said.
gee. No, but it wasn't as painful as like the initial, because the initial was like more of like a single needle because it's all the outline and fine lines and shit like that. This one, she was just like, it's not gonna hurt as bad. She's like, because this like needle attachment I'm using has 16 needles. So
Yeah.
think of it as like a wide sort of paintbrush. She's like, so I can go through a lot faster, but there will be points where I will have to get into like finer locations. Um,
How did you
but
choose this image and location?
okay, so I really wanted a chest tattoo for a while, and
Mhm.
then there's a band called the Death Set, and I've really liked their logo, which is basically my tattoo, which is like a conjoined or reflected tiger's head.
Mhm.
But theirs looks like I drew it. Like it's a real rough sketch. So when I
Uh,
handed it to my person, I was like, I want to do this, but I want to do it with these type, like this type tiger head. Can you make it happen? And then she threw it together. Because the lady I go to, Brandy Collins, out of Good Time Charlie, and I think it's like Anaheim or Boynton Park. She's amazing. She is a true artist. So I throw her the idea. She fucking comes together, and it's one of those situations too where I have full trust. Like her work is good. And so I'm just like, yeah, let's do this. So when she put it together, I was like, fucking all right. Because for the longest I didn't know what I wanted the chest tattoo to be.
Yeah.
Um, I did think of like a buffalo head. Because it was this one skate deck that was like my all-time favorite skate deck, which is like it was a Powell Peralta. I think it was just Powell at the time, but they had these one-off animal heads. Like one was an insect, one was a buffalo, and that buffalo deck was like my perfect deck. They don't make that design anymore, and I don't mean like the graphic. Like even though a lot of the skateboards just look like that popsicle oval shape, there are like changes in them. A little bit
Mhm.
wider, a little bit thinner. The tails and the nose might be a little more steep or whatever. This one, everything was perfect. Like I wish I would have had multiples of those. I actually got that one because my friend Jim, who is kind of like one of my oldest friends. Like we met like fourth grade, and he didn't like it. And so he was like, "Hey, do you want this deck?" And I was like, "Fuck yeah, dude." He's like, "It's a little bit used." And I was like, Psh, "Nah, man," because the one I had was like already busted.
Yeah.
That was some of my best skating, where that deck really, really did it. So, got that going, which in a coincidence in the story, not even like thinking about it.
There was a
So,
kid kidnapped in your story as well.
shit, no. But just the weekend before last, we had done like a late Vegas trip for my wife. So we had like a so all these stories are gonna mix together. So we went to Vegas for the weekend and we went to the Sphere, that big like
Yeah, dig it.
orb, and we went to see Wizard of Oz.
Hell
That shit
yeah.
was amazing. It was so fucking cool.
Yeah.
Now, my wife did point out that it was kind of edited down, and I was like, I could see that because there's a lot of fucking walking in the Wizard of Oz,
Yeah.
so they kind of just would trim a bit of that, and
Yeah.
then to make it fit in the room, some things that do look a little weird, but it's like you'd have to watch it to know it. Is like the characters are like removed from the background, so they kind of float over the background in a way, or some of the characters, like the background people, are like multiples of them. Because it was this one of the Munchkins, there's a lady who looks dead on the camera, and I'm like, that's fucking weird that she's just staring straight at the camera, whereas everyone else is waving and singing. And then I'm like, that lady too. And then I'm like, oh, it's the same lady. They just like copy paste.
Oh,
um but like, have you guys ever been to a 4DX movie, like at the
Yes.
theater?
yes, I have.
Okay, makes 4DX movie feel like you watched it on like someone's treehouse. Like makes it look real janky. This is on another level. Like, so when the tornadoes coming through, it really did, like with the wind machines and all the debris flying around. It really did feel like, the temperature just shifts in the storm. It's a little bit warmer,
Yeah.
and like
Yeah.
the humidity kind of shifts, instead of like, oh, it's gonna rain, it's getting cold. It's like, nah, it goes in a different direction. Fully felt like that. So it was like a sense memory for me where I was like, oh, this is crazy, because this is what it feels like when it's gonna storm. Whole room's fucking spinning. And then because the way the room spins, or because of the film, because it's all around. um it also makes it's like disorienting, because as the video is like kind of rotating and moving, it looks like the edges of the seats are rocking as well, but it's just that sort of, it's like, you ever like pull into a parking space and someone's backing out and you feel like you're going faster.
Perception. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yes, yeah, the perception is just off, so it was like that. But it was really good. um my wife and I were kind of talking about it, and I was like, this is one of those things, though. You only need to do it one time, because I
Okay.
think if you go a second time, you start nitpicking it, like, oh, this thing, that thing, whatever. But the video transfer is fucking beautiful. Like, it's crisp, super crisp. Audio was amazing. Yeah, it was just really, really well done. I think it was fantastic.
All right.
And
Now,
then they have
sorry to
little
interrupt you, but how much that run? Tickets.
um This okay, so just gotta tell my wife not to listen for the next 5 seconds, starting now. The tickets were like about, I want to say I only paid maybe like $100 a piece.
Reasonable.
Yeah,
That's good.
yeah. Especially for, I mean, there were more expensive ones.
Yeah, yeah.
But for the ones we got, well, because also we were looking for apple, like when there's the trees shaking, apples fall from the ceiling, and you can keep those like foam apples.
Yeah.
And so I kind of did some research, and I was like, oh, you should sit in the good witch side, somewhere around like section 308 or something, and they'll land on you. And so I was like, oh, let's get the tickets there. I think the lowest ticket I saw was maybe like $50,
Okay.
something like
Oh,
that.
okay.
Yeah. See, but that you're paying for an experience. So
Yeah.
$100, fine. Vegas shows
Yeah.
cost way more than that.
Right. Yeah. So even breaking all that shit down, plus the little exhibits and everything they had, it's like, it's fine. And plus, what you have to know what you're going for. We're going to go to buy some shit. We're going to go to spend some money. We're going to have an experience. Like, if I wanted to be frugal, then I'd have been like, we got the fucking DVD at home. Like, we went for a reason. Now, all the apples fall from the ceiling, and they fall everywhere except for like where we're sitting. So
Ain't that a
there's no
bitch?
fucking apple. And I'm like, son of a bitch. So there's a couple sitting right behind us, and they got an apple. And then I hear the lady go, oh, is that the one that fell on the floor? Because I thought one went under the seat. Me, I fucking locked that shit in my brain. I was like, cool, cool. She said one under the seat. All right. I ain't okay. So when we're getting up, I can see I look under the seat because they were right behind us, and I see a little fucking peak of red. And so then we're walking out, and Jessica's like, "What are you doing?" Because I'm moving slow. It's like, you know what? Just go, just go, just go. And she's like, "What are you doing?" I was like, "I yell
Go,
out, there's a
woman.
fucking apple right there," and then someone else grab it. So I'm like, boom, reach in, gah, came out with an apple. Because you can buy them after, but I mean,
No,
you
why
buy
would you
it, but
buy it?
it's
That's corny.
That's not the
right.
experience. You want to
That's like,
catch an apple.
yeah,
Exactly.
that's like
Now I
buying
didn't
a
catch the
baseball at the
apple,
game.
but
You
now I
caught
feel
the apple. You just caught
no, no, but now I feel like I leveled it up because
Yeah.
it's like,
Yeah.
damn, plot twist, I got an apple.
Hell yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
So it was fucking cool as hell. Like we had a great time. We and it was nice because it was just the two of us. And it's been a long time since the two of us have gone to Vegas. We always go with the kids. We have a good time with the kids too.
For sure.
But this was just us kind of doing our own thing. One thing, fun fact about me, I love margaritas, like with a passion. I love a
Okay.
margarita. Um, and so I went to the fucking Spanish guy who loves meat, Jose Andres.
Whoa.
I mean
Hey, yo.
that did come out weird. Hey, just say, look, you know.
No. It's all good.
Yeah, that was a poorly structured
That
sentence.
was crazy.
Second show title: Spanish
Oh,
man loves
Typing it
meat.
right now. It's like you knew.
Oh my god.
Oh, fuck. This dude, he's a like a world famous chef, and like his thing is like, he has like this one restaurant that is just like, I forgot what it's called, but it's like everything is like, even the charcuterie board to like the breads to this and that, it's all like meat based type stuff.
Okay.
But he had this one place that was like a mix of like just someone
Yeah.
throwing their meat on the board, just like,
Whoa.
take it if you want it.
Pause.
But
That-
this one was like a weird fusion place where it was like Chinese food and Mexican food like mixed together in a way. Though the menu was like separate, so you can get like, I think I got like noodles and some dumplings. But he had this margarita called an air breeze, and so what I like is like a very like not super syrupy margarita, and this one was fucking clean. Like, so it didn't
Okay.
have that sort of syrupiness to it, like a fucking Slurpee. But then I also love, like, I like the sweet and savory. Like that truly is my palate. And that's why I love a margarita, because then you get the salt on the rim. This one didn't have salt on the rim. It had like a foam, but the foam was like the salt. So every sip that I had always had the sweet savory. Whereas like when you drink a regular margarita, once you've cleared out the rim, then you're like, now I'm just left with this fucking sour ass lime juice. Um, but like I said, it was light, it was crisp, it was perfect. I was like, I would have this every fucking day. It was so good. So we had a great time. Um, we went to like a couple other places and just kind of like explored the city a bit. Um, they opened a Giordano's out there too. So then I had it before, and so my wife, I was like, well, let's try it because she likes a thick crust pizza as well. Wasn't as good as Chicago, but I want to give them this grace. We did order the mini personal pizza, and I really do feel like we should have got the bigger.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
both weren't super hungry, and that was the
Yeah.
problem. And I wasn't gonna walk around fucking Vegas with a big ass pizza box. Like my wife said this, she's like, "Why don't they just make a large and cut you a slice, and you could just fucking travel with that?" And I was
That'll
like,
make more sense.
"Yeah," but I think with the amount of cheese in there, it'd probably get weird real fast.
Yeah.
You know, because that's a thick bitch.
I've also said that several times.
But within all of this, I think it was like, so we left on a Friday, we came home on a Sunday. So Saturday, which is the day we went to the Wizard of Oz, maybe about like 7 in the morning. My friend Jim, like I said, we've been friends since like 4th grade, and like from 4th, like up until, it's like one of those friendships too. Like we could not talk, but we're not mad. and then once we talk, we could just like talk like crazy.
Yeah.
And so
Correct.
but we were like super super tight for years. And so he texts me in the morning, like I wake up, I see I got a message, and it's like, hey man, I want to let you know mom died on Tuesday.
God damn.
And so I was like, I, my eyes are foggy. Like I could not comprehend it for like an hour,
Yeah.
like where I put the phone down and I was like, I don't think I'm awake. So then I like put it down and then I looked at it again later and I was like, fuck. And so then eventually he and I are playing phone tag. We eventually talk. He like gave me the whole scenario. Um, and so I told him I was just like, because it really did bum me out because, um, his mom was an amazing woman.
Yeah.
Um, like she helped fill the gaps that my family wasn't equipped to fill. Um, she was always like highly encouraging, like you can do more, you can do better, and not in that fucking white savior type of way, but in a like, I believe in you. Like I think you are brilliant. I think you are intelligent. And she would always be just like, oh, this is Alex. She always introduced me as like one of her kids.
Yeah.
He's a teacher now. He's a principal now. He's doing this. He's doing that. It's just always that like that steady love. And then she also just like, she was, for many years like a single mom. She was a nurse. She was working hard to raise her kids, but she'd like they were never without. And like that was the thing too is Jim always had all the good shit. He was the kid who had the snacks,
Okay.
So I'll be like, let's go to your house and eat all these snacks. Um, but so we were like inseparable for many many years, and his mom, like I said, had a heavy hand in raising me, and so I had told him I was just like, man, I'm so sorry for your loss, and I want you to know like your mom had the hugest impact on my life, like more than like anyone can understand, like the the sense of pride that she had for me, and I wasn't like her son was immense, and I think also really is one of those things that helps like as I reflect on it, it's like the way she treated me also like guided me in towards like how I treat others,
Other people.
like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
we can make this work. We can figure it out, and there were times where like I had weird shit happen and like, she always let me come over. There was never hesitation, or if something weird went down, she was never like, your family's fucked up or whatever, it was just like, okay, you hungry? Let's just make sure you're safe. I'm gonna call your mom. We'll make sure everything's okay. You know?
Yeah.
So it was just like, oh, that's like the ideal way to do things. So we lost a beautiful person recently, and that
What's her
was
name? We just say her name.
Linda. Linda.
Linda, may you rest in paradise and rest easy. And man, just grateful that such a presence was in your life, man.
Yeah.
It just
No,
makes
Amen to
you
that.
who you are today, and that's super dope to me, man.
exactly. Exactly. Because it's like it's one of those things where it's like I'm sure she knew, and I do recall telling her just like how she was like such a guiding person.
Yeah.
Because there were times like like in my younger years when I first used to go back home, where I even if I knew Jim wasn't home, I'd go to the house and I would just kick it with his mom and just talk to her and catch up.
Yeah.
Just like here's what's new, here's what's going on, and I knew she was going to give me like good advice or guidance or just listen. And so, I think it's one of those things when you invest in people the right way, they continue that investment exponentially, you know? And so it was a bit sad, to kind of like to hear that. And then, I asked my friend just how he was doing and stuff like that. And he was just saying, like, I guess she had been struggling for about a year
Yeah.
and with some health issues. And so he was just like, she's in a better place. And I
Yeah.
was like, all right. So no ceremony or anything because their stepdad is still alive and he's going through some things as well. And he's like, the plan is when he passes, we're going to mix their ashes and then we're going to spread them over the ocean, which is their favorite place to be. I
Yeah.
mean, that was like the first time I had ever, and it freaked me the fuck out. First time I had ever been on a sailboat, because his stepdad Mike like loved to like sail, and I was like one of those catamaran type ones.
Yeah.
I didn't know that boats would like be angle when they travel through the water. So I was like, is this gonna flip over? Like, this is not fucking safe. And they're like, nah, this is what it does. And I was like, mm-mm. This is like You want me to go over the Great Lakes on a fucking sheet of ice? Nah, bruh. You lost your fucking mind. Oh, we do this all the time. Good for you. You know who doesn't? This guy. Like, nah. So that was kind of like it was a high-low weekend,
Yeah.
but actually didn't get too like sad or depressed about it because um it actually just made me like grateful to know her.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's
Where it
good.
was just
Yeah.
like I was like I felt more like I said, just grateful, just like, you know what? Hey, I'm glad I got to be in her light,
Yeah.
you know, because
Certainly
Yeah.
condolences to Jim and Mike and anybody else in their family and to you too, man.
yeah. So like I said, it was big. And then let's see what else do we do. Lucy's out here kicking ass on her cheer.
I
Um
see. I
That's
see.
dope.
Like it's like almost every weekend she's out there like handling
yeah.
business, bro.
And then what ends up happening is because certain people can't go to like cheer events or there's like other conflicts and stuff like that,
Yeah, yeah,
she ends up getting like her position changed.
yeah,
So she went from like a little bit in the back where she was like carrying a girl like as her backpack to then this most recent one. We went to Six Flags Magic Mountain over the weekend. They performed or they did a competition there. Now she's in the front holding one of the fucking signs. But she loves it. Like, and Lucy is a very good performer. Like, she knows all the stage things, like always have a smile,
yeah.
always making the contact. You know, she does those little subtle things. That's like that's what kind of makes you stand out more beyond even the exercises themselves. So she's out here doing her thing. We've been going to multiple competitions. At the end of the month, we're going to Vegas again. Because they're doing a competition there, so she's having a great time, and it was fun to go to Magic Mountain because I haven't been there in shit probably like 20 years or so. And for me that was like a place where the distance from like where I grew up in Oxnard, it was honestly maybe like a 30-minute drive. So like spring breaks, winter breaks, any breaks, we always went there. That was
Yeah.
like our Disneyland and shit. So I haven't been not been there forever. It was kind of like rather nostalgic. First half of the day, Gavin and I just hung out while they were doing like we still got to see Lucy do her performance, but it was like be back by 12:30. So we hit a bunch of rides. Man, I hadn't been on a fast ride in a long time. They had your boy out here thinking he was gonna die. Like just there's a Wonder Woman ride, and
I've heard about this. Or at least seen like TikToks or whatever. So
imagine a track that really feels like it's just one single like railroad track. And then most cars are like four in a row or side by side. This it's all one long line and you're singular. So I was in the front and the first drop up when it instead of dropping like this, it goes in on itself and then so there's a point where I'm hanging forward and I'm like, "Oh fuck." And then because it's that singular rail and I'm snapping, I'm like, how is this holding? Like I know the mechanics are there. I know the systems are in
Nah,
place,
son.
but I was like, nah, I'm gonna fucking die. Like I am not, this is not cool, bro. I'm not,
Mm-mm.
uh-uh. My
Nothing
son,
about that sounds fun.
no, it was not. I was I'm out here trying to do a brave face. My son's like, "What'd you think?" I was like, "It's cool, man. It's cool. Let's go on another ride." I was like, "I need to get away from this bitch over here. I don't want to see that ride. I don't want to look at it. Talk to
she might
fuck."
hit with the lasso of truth, and I don't need that right now,
I was
baby.
I
like, "Nah,
I have come to a point in my life where I realize any ride that look like it's gonna make my back hurt, I am not getting on that shit. Like, nah, son. Mm-mm.
nah." It was, but it was fun though. We like that one was probably the scariest one, but I mean, they redid. Okay, so the Colossus was like one of the oldest like wooden coasters, and people got really bent out of shape when they made it now the Twisted Colossus. So it's like half metal coaster, half wooden coaster.
They
It's
were
really
mad at that.
worth a watch. Like even if you could see if there's footage of the old one versus the new one, I'm not gonna lie. Like I used to love the Colossus, and now that it's the Twisted Colossus, the best roller coaster I've ever been on my life. That wooden bitch spins and moves like a motherfucker. There's a point when you're like, you know what it reminded me of? Do you remember like in the old 80s cartoons? This always happened. Whenever they went through some type of portal, they always went in and upside down.
Yes.
And that's what it felt like, but it was so fucking smooth. And so then you're in this regular roller coaster car and you're upside down. And I'm like, it shouldn't be doing this. This should not be occurring right now. Like, fuck. Um, It was
You
insane.
defying physics out here. Stop
Yeah,
this shit.
seriously. Oh, you know what's fucking hilarious too? You ever see those like those TikTok videos of pugs when they're getting their nails cut?
Keep going.
And
Keep
they
This
going.
is
start
a
screaming
specific
like
sound
bitches.
because they sound like this. They go ah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Acting like they're getting shot.
Right.
Yeah.
If I find one, I'll send it to you. That is my wife on these rides. Like we went on the Batman ride.
I don't think we should say that.
No, no, because I said it to her face. We the ride had not started. Like we're not going. We weren't even going up, 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 and she was already like, ah. I was like, nothing's happening. Like, we haven't done anything yet. She's like, I know, I know. I just gotta scream.
Got to scream it out. Got to scream it out, man.
Right.
Oh my
Let it
god.
out.
So there was
Holy
a lot of
smokes.
screaming. It was fucking wild. It was just a lot of kind of crazy shit going on, but that was like a ton of fun. I'm trying to think of like I said, from the last time we recorded to now, I've been packing a lot of shit in. We went to um I took my daughter to go see Paris, Texas. I've talked about them before. We
yes.
went to the Hollywood Forever Cemetery. They have a Masonic lodge, real small, maybe holds like 250 people in there. That show was so much fun. And then the fact that it's like in the cemetery kind of makes it spooky. So just and it's super strange out there too because it's like in the middle of Hollywood, so you have everything happening, but when you're in the cemetery itself, all that just kind of falls away. But that was a fun show. Got Lucy a shirt. There's because I like I mentioned before, I've been taking her to more shows, and then we went to go see Lady Gaga at the Forum.
Yeah.
And let me tell you, like I know Lady Gaga songs, but I would never say I'm like a fan of her music, or I wouldn't like intentionally like you know what is my jam though? Paparazzi. That fucking song is the best. Like it's like the perfect pop song. Um and so I got to say that performance was out of this world. When I saw her like just go sort of a cappella on the fucking piano, I was like yeah, you're a true artist. Like you are amazing. I mean, she was fucking out here playing guitar and shit. Choreography was amazing. The whole show was just phenomenal. It did have some odd breaks because it was being recorded for. I guess she has like an upcoming sort of. I think it was I read like a Netflix special.
Okay.
So
Concert film.
yeah. So instead of it being just like most shows are continuous, and then this was like almost like in segments. So she would stop performing, kind of readjust the set, and then come back out. But it's not like it was like fucking a half an hour in between. Maybe like 2-3 minutes, if that.
Yeah.
Okay.
That show was so good.
La, 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 la,
Yeah.
la,
So
la,
she
la,
was
la.
amazing. Trying to think of what else I went to. Oh, and then we did go to Disneyland a few weeks back too, and just had a great time there because we like one of the California passes right now. It's like if you basically it's like buy a day and get like two more like
Oh,
added
sick.
on. So
That's
we kind
good.
of spread them out. So we'll be going back again in like in April or so. Oh, and then of course, fucking I don't think we talked about this, but then there was the fucking Bad Bunny halftime show. Man, that was a cultural event. That day and even into the next couple days after, so many people from work just being like, I fucked up because I slept on this album. And until I saw the halftime show, did I realize how fucking good this like music is. So that dude, he got a
Oh, you
lot of
mean
artists.
one of the biggest artists in the world? Yeah.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me just say, I don't speak Spanish. I have a very mediocre understanding of Spanish. I watched that whole performance, and toward the end of it, I started to tear up because
Yeah.
it was that it felt that I don't know how do you describe it to you, bro. That was crazy. That like it made me feel that way. Plus, in general, the Seahawks won. Super Bowl was great for your boy.
Also, look here, bro. I don't speak Spanish, but I speak bad bitches, and there was some bad bitches. In there.
It was some fatties to be enjoyed on that
like
scene.
him.
And then the
I
fact,
like-
like I said, then you find out days later, you start getting after the fact, and then over the days, you start finding out the production.
Yeah.
Greatest
I'm like,
shit I ever
come
seen in my life.
I'm like,
Like
hey,
y'all saw him at the house in Puerto Rico.
Yes.
So y'all
Yes.
already had experienced some of this, right?
Yeah. Well, in some ways, yes. Like as far as like everyone hanging out in the house, yes.
Yeah.
But this was a whole new experience, to be really honest. But I
Lush.
love that it was also, and I'm not knocking any of the other artists that have ever performed at the Super Bowl. They do what they do.
Yeah.
This one was a little more theatrical.
Yes. Yeah.
Whereas usually they're on a stage. I mean, think about like Kendrick's performance last year. It was a great performance,
Yeah.
but it was your traditional flat
It was
stage.
it was kind of theatrical too. It was just in a
But I'm
different
saying,
way.
whereas in this one, he's going
He made it like a
through.
movie.
Yes,
It feels like Kendrick walked so Bad Bunny could run. You're like, okay, we can get theatrical at these performances. We have the time and we have the
yeah,
what we know we need to do. So he's like, so let's do that. The fact
yeah.
that they had that little kid sleeping, bruh, I ain't even gonna get into it.
But
It was dope.
that's what I'm saying. Like other artists, like where you had people like they might be flying around or on poles or doing the things. Those are your typical concert type things, where it's like, oh
Yes,
yeah, for sure. Whereas this was like he said, no, I'm gonna give you the culture whether you want it or not.
yes.
And not
What
even in a like not even in a like aggressive way, but just like this is why it's beautiful.
Yeah,
Like, look at
wh-
here's the food, here's the dominoes, here's the wedding, here's this, here's that, here's the fucking kids sleeping, like all those little things that were just like somehow you're gonna be able to connect with this.
what
yeah,
I loved about it was Latino culture, but it was also American culture. So the whole conversation that these grifters were trying to make before the Super Bowl halftime show is, oh,
Yep.
this guy is an American. This is just trying to race bait us and stuff like that. This is not American culture.
Yeah.
And he gave us one of the most American halftime shows he could
Yep.
possibly give us.
that's exactly what it was, man. And it just to I'm not patriotic most of the time, but I
Yeah.
felt patriotic in that moment. You feel me?
Yeah.
And I think I needed that, bro, especially in
Yeah,
these current affairs. You know what I'm
Because
saying?
he-
it's the moments of unity that we don't have very much. Because going to Delvin's point, it's like when they say make America great, save America, whatever, all that shit, it's like, whose?
Yeah.
Like, nah, that's not the case here. Thank you. Whereas this was like, I mean, he shouted everyone out where he said, like, oh, just don't forget, like, this is the United States of America, but the Americas, Canada, da 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 da. Like, he did everyone. And it's like, don't sleep on it. So
yeah.
that shit was so good. So good. I was just
I,
like, this is a
I
fucking highlight.
appreciate it because I can say it's been more than 8 years now. What, like for 12 years, it's been a gradually slow progression to just nationalism
Yeah.
and just like
Yeah.
homerism, where that doesn't work for America
Yeah.
No.
because America is such a melting pot of different people and cultures and personalities. And that's what makes America great. That's what truly makes America great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The fact that we have so many cultures and different backgrounds that you can come together and make what America is.
Yeah. And I think it's also the like preying on people's ignorance.
Yeah.
Like they don't know no better, so they think everything's fearful. It's just like the people who think like, oh, every fucking person of color is a criminal, and it's like that's not the case. Like just with the mildest of a Google, like you can get stats, you can figure shit out. But instead, you'd rather live in this fearful situation without realizing like you do know you're fucking yourself over. Like you're stripping your rights. Like
Yeah.
that's you. But yeah, that performance, like I said though, I agree with both you guys. Like really, like it was truly like this is America. Like this is some greatness here. But then all the references to like it really is a performance worth investigating, because like even the one lady where she had like a little like sort of boutiquey booth, older woman with like white hair, like
Yeah.
kind of learning about her and how it's like she has one of like the last like I think it's like Afro-Caribbean or Puerto Rican, like a sort of almost like a not a rec center, but sort of like a place for people to hang in a
Yeah.
shit sense. But I think it's like older, like last that hasn't been like gentrified yet. Where
Yeah.
she's like, oh no, I'm holding on to my block. Like you ain't taking this from me. And so it's like learning all those little pieces in there that these weren't just actors like or set pieces. They were actual like the guy selling the tacos, learning he has it's Via's tacos out here in like Southern California. Like these things are relevant to the
Yeah.
culture, not just like here's a cute kid. So fucking amazing. It blew my goddamn mind. Um, and so for me, like kind of as we kind of move a little bit forward and talking about things that are like good to great, um, it really is just for me. It's been like these musical performances, just being able to to access things and just being able to enjoy moments in time that kind of separate us. For example, like this one, I was gonna say, if I went to go see it was like a goth dark wave concert out in Pasadena. Is this place called the Sid the Cat Auditorium. It's a newer auditorium. I'd never been there before. It looks like it's a converted like a private school type of thing. Um, but so it was fucking Latin goth wall to wall. It was the best like cultural like experience, and I went in there by myself. Recently, I'd gotten there's a Mexican designer. He's out of like Central California, but primarily based out of New York now. Willie Chavarria. Great work. And so I have this one sweater that's his on front. It's an Adidas collaboration. It says Chicano across the chest, Willie Chabri on the back. The Adidas logo in the back is like Mexican flag colors. It's really fucking cool. So I was standing in line. I was like, I'm gonna go get a drink. And so then this guy comes up to me and he's like, hey, he's like, I really like your sweater. Can I take a picture? And I was like, yeah, sure. So he's like, I just want the chest part. I was like, yeah, no worries, man. He's like, that's really cool. He's like, did you get it like embroidered yourself? So then his buddy goes, oh fuck, that's a Willie sweater. And so then I was like, yeah, it is. And he's like, that's really fucking expensive. And I was like, actually, this one wasn't that bad. I was like, I was like, I'm sorry, I'm gonna be super cheap about it. I had like some fucking online coupons and cash and shit like that. I was like, I got it for real fucking cheap.
Yeah.
And so he was like, "How? That's crazy." He's like, "Cause his shit is so." Because I was telling him he has a pair of black Adidas right now with like the red stripes on them. I love those. And he's like, "What are those? Like $300?" I was like, "Nah, dude, they're like 150." He's like, "That's regular prices." I was like, "Right?" I was like, "So I think I'm gonna get them." So we were talking, we are just kind of just chatting up, and then the first guy who had asked me, to take a picture, and this just kind of shows the energy of the room of the evening, where it really was a great evening. Um,
Mhm.
he was like, "Hey, can I ask you something?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure." He's like, "Do you know who Willie Colon is?" And I was like, "Yeah, he was like the salsa musician who just passed away a few weeks ago." And he's like, "Did you like him?" And I was like, "Honestly, I'm not like well educated enough in his music." I go, "I'm familiar, but I couldn't pick out a song, anything like that if you asked me to." And he's like, "It's gonna sound weird." He's like, "Cause I know this isn't like the show we're at." He's like, "But can I put you on to like my favorite salsa song? And like I think you might like it." And I was like, "Yeah, dude, fucking tell me." So he told me the name of the artist in the song, which I have it saved somewhere, and I did listen to it, and it was amazing. But I was like, "Yeah, for sure, man." He goes, if you listen to great." He's like, I just wanted to share that with you." And I was like, "For sure, dude." So we forgot like I hope I see this guy before I fucking leave again. Coincidentally, as I was walking out the door, he walked past me and he like puts his hand on my chest. He goes, "Don't forget the name of the
They were the track
to
is that.
ask
Oh,
you." Yeah.
dig.
Go see this band Camp Blue at the Echo. There was this other band called Famous Friend. So they really had the crowd going. So at this show, there's this band called Casket Cassette, is a group I really like. And it's Casket Cassette is one guy. And so I see this other guy playing guitar. And so now they've already done their set. The guy playing guitar is standing next to me. And so I kind of tap him. I go, "Do you also perform in Famous Friend?" And he's like, "I do." And I was like, "Okay." I was like, "I saw you a couple weeks ago at the Echo Camp Blue." And he was like, "Oh," he's like, "How do you end up at this show? Like, how did you end up at that show?" He's like, "Because these two shows are like different crowds." And I was like, "Oh, I fucking go to everything, man." So we were just like talking. And it's funny because I'm no lie, I must have talked to this dude for like an hour. And I had told him, too, I was like, "Hey, I don't want to wreck your night. Like, I just wanted to check." I was just curious. And he's like, "Nah, talk to me some more." Like, so we're talking about bands and shows, and then he's like, "How many shows?" Like, he's like, "If you go to shows, how many you go to?" And I was like, "Dude, I was like last year and the year before, I think I went to like 20." He's like, "Fuck, that's a lot of shows." And
Nice.
then he's like, "So what have you been to?" And so I started listening to some of the bands, and he was like, "Okay," he's like, "What do you do?" he's like, "Do you work in the industry?" And I was like, I
I
started laughing.
absolutely love that you can just say, I'm a principal.
Yeah. So
It's
then,
so dope. Oh
yeah.
my
So then
god.
he goes like, "Your industry or something?" And I was like, "No." And he's like, "What do you? Come on, man. What do you do?" And I was like, "I'm an elementary school principal." And he goes, "What the fuck?" Like, so now he's walking around the back of the venue just going, "I don't fucking understand. How? What?" He's like,
Yeah,
"That's fucking crazy."
sounds
And
about
so
right.
then he says to me, he goes like, so again, kind of like the first guy, he's like, "Listen," he's like, I want to respect your space. If you're not interested, it's cool. It's no big deal." He's like, he's like, "Do you think like we can follow each other like on Instagram?" He's like, "I would love to message with you." He's like, "Because you're," he's like, "you're kind of like the energy I would need." He's like, "I know a lot of people, but they just know a little bit of music and they're not interested in like knowing more music." He's like, "But you're already telling me about you saw this band, you saw that band." He's like, "I'm trying to grow as a promoter." He's like, "So the show you went to at the Echo," he's like, "That's my show." He's like, "I put it together." He's like, "And I want to do more of those and bigger ones." He's like, "I would love to like run ideas by you or ask you, hey, do you know of an act that can fit? Do you know this and that?" And I was like, Shh, all day long, man. I was like, I love this. And I go, "But I want you to know." I go, this is not a something for something. I go, "I will not ask you for tickets. I'm not going to ask you for merch." I go, this is what I like to do." And he's like, "No," he's like, "This is really, really cool." And so, like I said, we talked for a really long time. And even after I was just like, then the other band, Deceits, came on and we were enjoying that. But once that show was over, he had grabbed all his like equipment. We passed each other again, and he was just like, "Hey, Alex," he's like, "Man, I'm so glad we got to talk." He's like, "Honestly, please message me. I want to talk some more." The next day he messaged me and was just like, "Man, so glad we got to talk last night." He's like, because I recommended a band called Upchuck to him. And so he's like, "This fucking band is great." So it was just like cool, like all this connecting and everyone's having a great time. The final band, the Deceits, brought out two pinatas. One was ice, one was Trump. They were both filled with candy and they both got fucking demolished instantaneously. So it was
Sir,
great.
I think we might have found your retirement job. And
Just
it's
going to
definitely
shows.
might be music promotion and just so forth and so on, because I'm not
Yeah.
saying you got to get out there doing it, but
Yeah.
you could.
I mean, I could just be a
Yeah,
collaborator, just fucking tap
Yeah.
in with these people. So it was really cool to kind of have that. It was a very like fulfilling evening because
yeah,
it really like felt like balanced.
Yeah.
And even the room too, with like age range and wise, it was just like everyone there was just honestly there to enjoy the evening. I didn't really feel a lot of ego. It was just like perfect. So like I bought a shirt and it was the last one. I was like, "Oh, I wanted a large." It was the last one. I was like, "Perfect." I was like, "I'm glad I bought it right now." And she was like, "You know what? Since you got the last one," she's like, "Here's a fucking stack of stickers as well." And I was like, come up. Because the stickers were like fucking like 250 a piece. She's like, "Just take them." So it was just everyone was just having a great time. It was
that's dope.
fantastic, and that was for me like a good to great moment because especially in just as things continue to be, they're always fucking heavy. It's always exhausting. And so to just have something where, charging batteries is really nice. What's
Yeah.
Delvin, what's your good to great?
Um, honestly speaking, my getting the great is kind of seeing people's perception of our current president change,
Mm,
and people who I wouldn't expect it to change. Like you're starting to finally see the cracks, and I think that's kind of giving me hope with people, with humanity in general, because before this dude, he was running amok. He was doing all kind of heinous things, and for the most part, it was like everybody was always making excuses for him. Call a spade a spade. He's been doing like awful things. People make excuses for him. Now, slowly but surely, we're kind of seeing people not make those excuses for him anymore, or even kind of fess up to like, hey, maybe we made a mistake. Maybe we was wrong.
mm,
And it gives me more hope because when dude got reelected, I was like, I'll be honest, I lost hope in humanity in terms
yep.
of the U.S. because I'm like, bro, this is the dude we elected out and seeing all the heinous stuff he's doing, he did, and he says he's gonna do. And sure enough, all that heinous stuff he was talking about doing, he started doing. And for the first year, frankly speaking, we watched people cheering on.
Mm?
And now it's giving me a little hope of people saying, you know what, this fucking sucks. Like this is like
Yeah.
really bad. And
Or the fact that it's like hitting close to home for certain people, where it was
yeah,
like, oh, it's not me, and then it's like, oh fuck, it is me.
yeah, I think I told this story on PSVG, one of these shows, where there was this story that was going around that was on the news here, where it was a white guy who was on the news crying, and he was crying because his wife got deported. And the first thing he said, and I know people laughed at him, he was like, "I didn't expect this to happen to us,"
Yeah. Hmm.
And I'm like he
I'm
didn't
not
think it
supposed
was.
to be. I should be laughing, but I'm
Well,
like,
and his exact words was, "I didn't think he was going to be deporting Cubans because it happened in
No.
Miami." That was his exact word. I'm
Why?
like,
Why wouldn't he? Like he told you, and that's the thing too. Is like it's again. It goes back to that like preying on people's ignorance. Like he told you what he was gonna do.
yeah,
Like he said this. It was very very clear. Like it fucking blows my mind. But I do agree with you.
it
I there is a little bit of a
it
shift of
does.
people being like, nah, we got to do something different.
It blows my mind, but at the same time, it feels like you know what? These are lessons learned from people, and there's only so much people can there's only so much people can hide that they were wrong. Because people, at least in society now, society kind of gives people an out where they don't have to admit they're wrong. They'll kind of die with the lie.
Yeah.
With a lot of time, with a lot of things in society, because they rather not be wrong.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, for
And
sure.
now it gets to a point where people are like, you know what, maybe I was off because stuff is getting like really bad. It's time to. It's okay to change course, and the same notion, it's okay to accept people who decide to change course. You acknowledge what they did was wrong.
yes,
Don't get me wrong. You hold them accountable for what they did, but give them the grace to change course and to grow.
yeah. I need them to accept that we will have to laugh directly in their face. They got to
Yes.
deal with it. They got to
You
suck it
got to
up
deal with it.
because
You got to take this L.
yes,
Once you
Yep.
take this L, you can come back on in. We can fix this.
Yeah. But it really
Now,
is recognizing it. Like you got
thank you,
it.
John 32. Yeah, but it's the truth. I understand there's a lot of people out there who don't want to admit that they were wrong because they don't want to take the L.
yeah,
But you got to take the L because you're wrong and it caused irreparable damage to people. But at the same time, you have to give people room to grow and change. Like, all right, we didn't fuck with you here. We didn't joke about you about being wrong. Now come on board and let's fix this.
Well, and at that too, because it also is going to expose the person too to be like, all right, you don't want to change? Then I don't even fuck with you. Like
Yeah,
we can cut it. But it's like if someone
exactly.
goes like, damn, you know what? I was fucking dumb. Like, okay, like maybe we can start opening those doors. But it's just like, damn, yeah, people. It's you see a lot of these like you're fucking all these the sort of comedy guys that are just like your Joe Rogan types. I can't think of the other fucking fools that are out there, but they're just
And
like,
you
Theo
Schultz.
Bonds and Andrew
yeah,
Schultz and them big,
it's just,
yeah.
I didn't sign up for this. I didn't vote for this.
Like yes, you did.
You
Yes,
literally
you did.
did. You did because you thought that shit was funny.
Yeah.
You did it for jokes, and now it's like it's not funny anymore.
I don't give a lot of those people credit. I will give Andrew Schultz credit in terms of,
I refuse.
and this is a light credit. he fully went on his platform and admitted, you know what? I was completely wrong. I fucked up. I know people are not going to believe me when they're saying that I was wrong, and I admit that I was wrong, but I was wrong. I was completely wrong. I read the situation the whole way, and he gave his reason. He said, I thought that because of the Constitution and the laws that were in place, he would not be able to do what he said he was going to do.
You see, and I heard the same thing too, and this is where I think he's still gaslighting people, and Andrew Schultz is, and I'll tell you why. Because this is second term of Trump. Tell me in the first term where the fucking laws applied. He's a full fucking felon. Like felons can't vote, but you can become president. Like I'm sorry, the laws do not apply to him, and they haven't.
What people, and I knew this was going to end up happening. There are people out there who are not intelligent, who felt like Trump got a bad rap because when he started, now, granted, people leave out this part, he started with a great economy. It wasn't his doing, but people gave him credit for that great economy. And
Yeah.
then they say, then the pandemic happened and ruined it for him,
Yeah,
which
no.
isn't true.
No.
But that's what they take it as. So they're thinking like, oh, if we'd have just left him in office, we would have still had, and the pandemic would have, we'd have still had a great economy. We wouldn't have, but that's how people were looking at it.
But that's why I say when you have like, because I did see um that segment where Andrew Schultz said that, and it's like, again, I know I keep saying it, but it's like ignorance is not an excuse.
I agree.
And
It's not.
and he chose to be ignorant because the facts were there. The first term was there. So to say, well, because I heard him say, well, yeah, I thought we had checks and balances. I thought we had this and that.
Yeah.
Nah, everyone fucking bends the knee to this guy. So
But
things that should, the Department of Justice does not do its job.
Yeah.
Like none of our systems are in place and they don't work anymore. And they haven't for a long time. What he did is he was the final like death nail in exposing our broken system.
also, frankly speaking, and this is something that has been going on for a long time, and I'll be straight up blunt about it. A lot of stupid people are speaking on politics who don't know shit about politics,
Yeah.
and they're speaking like they know it.
Yeah.
you know, and I'm talking about Stephen A. Smith. I'm talking about all these people who are now political analysts all of a sudden who don't
Yeah.
know a goddamn thing about politics. And the problem is with that is a lot of people are believing these idiots.
Yeah, well, because they have a big platform, and that's the dangerous part. Is like if you have a louder voice, you're going to reach more people,
Yeah.
and then it's just like, again,
Li-
you get someone to
listening
buy in.
to Stephen A. Smith talk about politics is like listening to me talk about fucking computers,
Yeah,
like chipsets and shit. Like, what the fuck are you talking about?
right.
You know,
No, so I don't know. But I do agree with you. I do see, to bring it back around. I think that
there is
I
change.
I do feel a little bit of a shift. How about you, T? What's your good to great?
Man, I don't know how you put me up following that shit. He should have went last.
I didn't know, man. Fucking curveballing us out here. I thought this fool was gonna say his Mustang, and then we were gonna move on and be like, "All right, I'm out here."
That's what
Fucking
I should have said. My Mustang.
playing. I thought he was gonna be like, "I'm in my Mustang playing Nas." Like I thought that's what was gonna happen.
Oh, I definitely did that.
See,
I definitely did that.
next
Play
time,
some
man.
Nas, play some J.
Fuck.
Cole. Yeah,
Fucking Delvin, man.
it was bumpy.
All to the good. No, man, you know what? I and you guys are aware of it because Chaffee helped me name it. I made a subreddit out of the blue. I was spinning some records and I was like, I wonder what other people are spinning right now. And I was like, I wonder if there's a Reddit for that specifically. It's a
Yeah.
hyper specific little segment of the whatever, but I was like, let me go see. And I dug through and I went through and I was like, nobody's doing that very specific niche. And I was just like, I'm gonna do that. And so I went through the process of setting up and creating my own, not my own, it's Reddit. So it's all everybody's, but
Mhm.
a subreddit dedicated to what you are spinning right now. And literally what I want people to do, and I hope you, the listener, and you folks just do, is take a picture of what's on your turntable or take a short video of what's on your turntable right now. Tell me a little something about it. And why you like that record. When you get that record, I made up little I made little flares because there can be flair for things. I wrote rules, so forth and so on, and I made it a whole little subreddit up, man. And I think this is kind of dope, and it's not moving or anything quite yet, but who knows? In
Yeah.
due. I just dig it, and so far I'm the one putting pictures on it. Every now and again, I'll share something from another subreddit I'm a part of on there, but I just like it. So if you're
Yeah.
spinning a record and you think I like this record or just whatever, take a picture of it or a short video and jump in on what you're spinning.
And that's
Spelled
spelled.
because Chaffee spelled it that way.
Yeah.
it's what you WHATCHU spinning, and I think I spelled spinning right. Let's
Yeah,
scroll.
SPINNING. So
Correct.
WHATCHU So I haven't participated in this yet. One, because my whole stereo receiver is in the shop.
Oh,
So I'm without a system right now. Should be coming back any day now. And then I also don't understand Reddit. Like I never use it. So
I don't either.
I'm like, am I just what? How does this work to an old person?
Reddit is, if you will, just old school message boards,
Mhm.
but just hyper specific little segments of the population. And so Dude,
How do
does
I post
PSVG have
it?
a Reddit?
I feel so dumb. I'm like, I don't know where the button is.
So, all right, just from all right, so let's just open it up.
Like, do I press create if I'm in the app?
Indeed. And I think you just push the plus button if you're in the app.
Yeah. It's plus and oh, and then title. Oh, damn! Look at that. Okay, crazy. So
yeah, and then it'll just say from where to go. Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
there
And you select. Yeah, you said select community.
Yeah, because I could select the community.
Yeah, and then you literally go select the community you want to post in, whatever you're a part of. In this case,
for the
spinning.
Yeah, and then I can post.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh damn, man! Look at I fucking learned. Now I feel younger.
There you go.
Oh, which also I've been waiting for T to be on for this one. It's just a quick little bird walk. Now that I am 50, we're in the 50 club. I only want to be referred to as Big Dog or Boss Man, like one of those two.
Pops.
You know, this
Pops.
I'm in that era.
No.
Pops.
Big Dog, Boss Man. Listen up, Big Dog. Listen up, Boss Man. So if you see me in these streets, you got two options.
Calling you Unc.
Not Unc, man. Nah, I'm still cool. So, you know, you can Big Dog me, you can Boss Man me.
The whites think that is a derogatory
uncool.
That's not what that means. Sorry, John 32. You're not the whites I'm talking about.
Yeah, but I like it. Okay, so once my stereo is coming back, then I'll be able to kind of work it through.
Very good.
Now I know T put all this effort together for our next segment, and I don't have a topic.
Cool. You know what? I truly just want you to see the video.
Yeah. So we're gonna test this bitch out. Let's see what happens.
Let's see the video.
Well, sit on down and tell me what's up with that. Ooh-wee. What's up with that? What's up with that? Ooh-wee. What's up with that? What's up with that? What's up with that?
I love it. What's up with fucking Delvin derailing a podcast, trying to get all political, and we're trying to have a fucking good time over here? God damn it.
How did I derail the podcast?
Fucking Delvin doesn't say. We recorded like 7 episodes. This motherfucker says like 3 words. Then today he's like, I'm going to make this a political fucking stand over here.
Hold on.
God damn. This motherfucker, man.
T came on the podcast talking about a goddamn missing person.
T shares. That's who he is. You know, we're going to get some heartfelt from him, you know? Talking about murder.
And spoilers, the missing person story did not have a happy ending.
Sympathizer. This motherfucker, man.
Like he told us some shit that should be on like Lifetime TV.
I'm just saying, you got me over here freestyling. What's up with that right now?
I gave us hope. He's like,
for a minute, you were like, yeah, man, shit's getting better. But you know who's cool? Andrew Schultz. Fuck.
No, I didn't say he's cool. I didn't say he's cool.
You were like, I rock with him.
Talking about he can't wait to see the Street Fighter movie because of Andrew Schultz.
Exactly.
No, that movie, y'all. What's up with that Street Fighter movie? That little shit looks trash.
Ooh, man. Though my wife did get a box because it's one of the projects she's working on, and they did send her in a little pouch a Street Fighter, which she's like, it's funny because she was like, all the things that they sent her for like different projects.
Don't get in trouble, child.
I hate all of these projects.
Oh my god!
But they sent
you can't
her.
Say that.
They sent her an old school like fucking silver like Casio watch, like the old retro style. So that shit was cool as hell. I was like, that's kind of cool, and it's in a little pouch that's like the Street Fighter logo. But then I said, nah, that fool's attached to this. That movie's gonna be terrible.
It's gonna be terrible.
It's gonna make the Raul Julia one look like cinematic art.
Oh, that's my movie. That's my movie right there.
And the soundtrack is dope.
Yeah. I have a friend working on a very big movie that I can't talk about. So anytime I hear people talk about things like that, I'm like, oh, my friend's working on something really huge. Pause. And I can't mention it at all. And even though
is it titled The Spanish Guy Who Loves Meat?
Even though he hits to it all the time. Like, you probably shouldn't do that. He's like, hey, I'm at the Russo Brothers 3.
You're like,
Sir, I
yo,
knew, sir, I knew immediately you were talking about doomsday before you said doomsday.
yeah. I'm like, bro, what are you doing? He like takes me like, you can't do that.
Yeah.
They
He's like,
gotta
no, it's
sue you.
called. It's like a wedding movie. It's called Groomsday. It's different.
Doomsday. You feel me?
Yeah.
So, anyways, fuck Delvin.
I have a
What?
what's up with that?
Sure. What is it?
What's up with, and this goes to the car. What's up
Huh?
when people see your car? They assume you have money. Like, what I mean by that is my homeless exchange rate has like increased exponentially since I've gotten this car.
Third show title: Homeless Exchange Rate.
I've mentioned this on the shows, and I don't think people realize what I mean by that. Like, I used to like in the Spark, right?
Huh?
I'll like roll up to like a McDonald's or something like that. There's always a homeless guy there.
They
Hey
would give
man,
they would give you money for a burger.
no, they would be like, "Hey man, can I get $1? Can I get $1?"
Yeah.
Like, I'll give you $1. Hey, can you buy me like a cheeseburger?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, that's cool. That's cool. Since I've gotten this Mustang,
Mm-hmm.
that dollar has turned to $5,
Okay.
and that cheeseburger,
They want the full
Has-
combo.
yes, it's turned to a full combo.
See? Hold on, I'm gonna use it right now. Hey, listen, big dog. You think you give me a Big Mac combo over here?
Oh,
Large Coke.
I got. Here's the funniest
I
thing.
know
that
you're
happened
good
with
for
me.
it. I know you're good for
Here's
it.
the
boss
funniest thing that happened to me. Right, one morning before we was recording Nintendo Shack, it was early like Sunday morning. Right, I was going to McDonald's to get the kids food and stuff like that. So I'm in the drive-through, and I'm getting ready to order, and this homeless guy comes out of nowhere, and he's like, "Hey, let me get a number one super size with."
Oh, he's
with
just
a large
hollering out orders.
And then
You're
the
like,
lady's
"He's
like,
not in the car."
yeah. The lady's like, that's all you want, sir? Like, no, bitch, I didn't order that. Do not add that to my fucking order.
You're like, look at the camera. He's not with me.
Like, no, you
Damn.
are not adding that to my order. I'm not paying for that shit. Like, no,
You
that
can't.
is not what I'm ordering.
You can't drive by orders like that. That's
Yeah,
crazy.
He just walked like from behind the sign and started ordering. He's like, you don't get that from McDonald's? Like, no, I'm not getting that for you. What the fuck wrong with you?
Is out here like a fucking loiter squad sketch. Just like,
Yeah, he just started ordering.
Oh shit!
like, listen, my man's got a fucking Mustang. You know he could pay for it.
Like, nah, bro. You ain't finna get me like this.
It's still me. I'm still broke. I just paid for the other car. Now I pay for this one.
Yeah,
Yeah, for real, for real.
exactly. Plus,
Damn, that's
time's
great.
hard, man. You know shit hard when you see white people in the hood like ask for money.
Damn.
Like it ain't like one or two. Like, usually
Yeah.
it used to be like not too long ago, like, you be in the hood, you see the black dude ask for change and stuff like that. Like, oh yeah, that sucks. Here you go a couple dollars, bro. Now I see a bunch of white dudes on corners like, hey, I need money. Like, god damn, you
Yeah.
broke too?
Everyone's
If
hard
you
up,
broke,
man.
something's wrong with this economy.
You start looking at your finances like, wait, do I still have money in the bank?
Yeah, dude, I
Shit,
am. Okay.
Maybe.
Because
Oh fuck yeah, that's for real.
if they out here in the hood, it's not like they're not like in Coral Gables asking money. They are in the hood,
Yeah.
asking the broke people for money. Other broke people,
You're like, no, this is the wrong demographic, buddy.
like,
You need to go over the
shouldn't be
bridge.
over here.
Yeah.
The money's not here.
Yeah. For your finances and for your safety, you should not be here.
Yeah,
This is not for you.
yeah, but they be over here now.
All right,
Yes.
that's a fair one. That's a fair one. Let's get into some more fun stuff. Wanted to talk about what you guys been playing lately. I'm gonna go first because mine is super short. I honestly haven't I've turned on everything, but only to stream stuff to watch. I have not played anything at all. Now I did get a huge ton of FOMO, so I did purchase and I have Resident Evil loaded.
Okay.
But I haven't played it yet. It's just sitting on the PlayStation. But everything I see, I'm like,
fantastic.
I'm gonna fucking love this game. So I'm gonna toss it over to Delvin. Delvin, tell me what you've been playing.
I'm playing Resident Evil Requiem. That shit is awesome.
What are you playing it
It's
on?
so good. I'm playing it on a PS5
Okay.
because I ordered the Generations copy on Switch too, but it was they dropped it off when they felt like dropping it off.
What's the Generations copy? I don't know.
It comes with 7. It's a physical version that
Okay.
comes with 7, 8, 9 for Switch 2.
Damn, that's crazy.
Yeah, and it's only like $89.
Damn.
Well, not anymore. They're charging like they done ran the prices up on eBay like
Skyrocketed.
$200 now. Yeah,
Oh.
but since my copy was coming late, I said I know I'm gonna love this game. I'm gonna get the PS5 version because I was watching the Digital Foundry thing on it,
Uh-huh.
and they were saying like, no, this game is the reason you should have a PS5 Pro.
Okay.
So they like visually, it's very impressive. It runs amazing on Pro. So I said,
Yeah,
let,
maybe.
let me see if I get my money worth for this. And I turned on like, oh, this looks amazing.
Really?
It looks like
Nice.
like this is one of the nicest games I've ever seen. Like this looks great. Like
Mhm.
it's raining, you can see the puddles on the floor like develop, and you can
Fucking cool.
see reflection, and it looked like super realistic and stuff. And I was like, oh, this is amazing. And as I'm playing the game, like this game is incredible. I love the juxtaposition of how Leon sections of the game feels like a John Wick movie.
Uh-huh.
Like he's just fucking up zombies, and it's just like action packed. And Grace's section of the game feels like your Courage the Cowardly Dog,
Yeah.
trying to survive. You're going through it. She's like mumbling and scared and like scared of everything. Like in Luigi's Mansion, like it's amazing. And I'm like, this is how it's supposed to be, man. And there are sections in the game that are genuinely terrifying. Like
Yeah.
when you're going through that, they made the zombies scary again.
Yeah, and that was like everything you're sharing right now is what hooked me. Like I knew, yeah, I was gonna get the game, but I've kind of really been sticking to like I haven't had a lot of time to play. I'm just gonna buy shit like cheaper down the road. But this one, when I saw like, yeah, the fucking zombies, the way they approach and everything, I was like, oh, these are kind of creepy again. And then the fact that it's like you have Leon who plays as Leon, just fucking shooting everything and going bananas. But then what's the female character?
Grace.
Grace is new to this. Like doesn't have the equipment, doesn't have the skill set, so plays a little bit more on the scared end. And I was like,
And she has
oh,
anxiety.
yeah. So now you are forced to play stealth and like the aggressive. And I was like, I'm fucking into this. This is gonna be amazing. But some of the set pieces too, I was like, oh, that's scary. That's
Yeah.
fully scary. Like this feels like
Terrifying.
a headphone game.
Mm-hmm. It's incredible. I love what I played so far of it. It's an amazing experience.
Are you playing it, T?
Had to go grab it off the shelf.
Oh shit!
Hold on, because your boy got the steel book.
That
Damn,
still
that's
looks
nice.
clean.
That is nice.
What I thought was super dope. You know what I'm saying? Maybe y'all won't, but I mean, it comes with this little card, little lenticular joint. You know?
Oh no shit! That's
also-
fucking cool.
It tells you, if it'll get the focus, what number you got of how many, because this limited edition.
Oh, so it's real, not like oh, here's the.
This is limited to 47,500 copies, and I have copy 18,183.
Damn,
That's dope.
that's really
And
fucking cool.
it's the first game key card I ever copped.
Mhm.
Because I was kind of like trying to like I should never buy those. It's pretty much just a digital game, but it's not because I can go sell this.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? After I'm done and keep it moving. I'm not going
Yeah.
to. I don't sell games no more. But I mean, if I need to, I guess I could.
yeah,
And
yeah. Someone's gonna want that.
You just reminded me of something when you were talking about the limited edition.
Yeah.
For Christmas, I brought one of my friends a Destro statue because he's a
Yeah.
big
Okay.
G.I. Joe fan, right?
Yeah.
Mondo.
I think it was something like that. I don't think it was Mondo.
Okay.
But he called me. He was like, "Do you realize what you got me?" I'm like, "Yeah, I got your statue." Like, no, this is a limited edition statue, and they sent me number 1.
No.
That's so dope.
Wow.
It's all I want in life is to get a number one.
To get
or
in
the
number
last
one.
one.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
He got number 1. He was like, "This is crazy." He's like, "Yeah,
That's
This
fucking
one-
nuts.
like,
Yeah,
we
that's
hit
one
the
of those.
jackpot."
Don't put it on the display. It goes right back in the box.
Yeah.
I'd
That's
be
what he
like,
said. He
that's-
said, "I can't even." He said, "I saw it. I can't even take out the box. Like, they have to stay in the box."
Yeah, that's fucking cool. That's a win right there because like how T said, that's everyone's dream is to have the first or the last.
Yeah.
Yes.
I hadn't made much progress in Resident Evil because I've been playing with Vanessa. So Vanessa has been playing Grace, and I've been playing Leon, and so we hadn't really gotten too far. And it's been a long time since she's been on the sticks. and I don't think she ever played on the Switch Pro controller. So also it's like it's her getting used to not having a PlayStation buttons. So it's like,
Okay.
but it's fun to have that experience because Gracie shit is wild creepy.
Yes.
It's been a very long time since a Resident Evil game got under my skin, and like I had a little bit of a tension headache after we played it because I was so stressed.
Damn.
I was like, "We're gonna put this down for a little bit."
It's stressful.
But
Yeah.
that's a sign of a good game.
And
When
then
it like lingers.
like you said, Leon come through with the damn. Oh my god, it's so dope, and I know this feels spoilery, but trust me, it's really not because you learned about it right off the go. Requiem is the name of that motherfucking big ass gun that Leon walk around with, and that's super dope to me, man.
That hammer boy, that thing is
Be out
pop-
there
crazy.
rocking. I'm letting you know right now, man. I'm telling you, it is absolutely gorgeous on the Switch 2. I know it's not PlayStation or PC levels of whatever, but it is one of the finest looking Nintendo games I've ever seen, and it's very impressive what they pulled off on this hardware.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can tell. I'm excited to play it on Switch 2 as well. I got both copies. I'm very excited for it. The game's fantastic.
Yeah.
The game is there's a section of the game where I'm like, do I want to keep going this direction? Because I have to go past this creature. I don't know how I'm going to do this. And that shit is terrifying to me. It's great,
Oh,
man.
I'm also playing Ball Pit. I got it on Switch 2. I got Switch 2 edition of that game. It's dope. I don't know if y'all are hip to Ball Pit, but it's like
I've heard of it. I haven't
it's
played
See,
it.
I've honestly I've like fallen off so hard on all the news that I'm like, what? Tell me, give me details.
it's like Brick Breaker mixed with Vampire Survivors.
Oh shit, that's
And
nuts.
and oddly enough, a little bit of a world builder in it. The world building part is not my cup of tea, but it's there for a reason. So you got to just do it.
Yeah.
And it's really really good. It's a good time to be had there. So if you find if you are the person who enjoyed Vampire Survivors, you will get down with Ball Pit. It's Ball X Pit. I did buy Dispatch on the Switch, and then immediately found out the day it came out that it was censored on Switch, and I got a refund from Nintendo because I don't fuck
No
with
way.
that. Yeah, no, you ain't gonna be censored. Look.
Yeah.
If I can go out here with Leon axing people to death and blowing heads off people's shoulders, and you
Yeah.
can show me that, you can show me a part of a nipple.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chill, and it's well, actually that is definitely an NCO decision. That is a Nintendo Japan kind of decision, and also a combination of I guess the studio that made the game was like they made a worldwide version of the game as opposed to making individual
Regional
regions.
supports.
Yeah, and because like I guess the Japanese version, even on PlayStation 5, is censored just like the Switch version. And I'm like, well, that's bullshit. Don't
Yeah,
do that.
that should be up to the user. You decide.
Yeah.
So,
Damn.
so I've still yet to play Dispatch because I'm probably going to buy it on PlayStation. It's on the PC. My son and I share because it was my Steam account, and then
Okay.
he got old enough to start buying games on it. So it's on the computer. I can play it right now.
Yeah.
It's on the PC, but
a great game.
I want to sit on the couch and just have a good time and vibe out, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm hoping by like tomorrow. I think Lucy has dance tomorrow, so my goal is it'll be a little bit quieter around the house. I know I got to help Gavin with some school stuff, but then hopefully I can at least sink in maybe like a good hour and a half in Resident Evil and really like soak it up.
Yeah.
Oh, also, um, shout out to my site tech Eric. He came through today, and this is more for Delvin, because I think I've played the first two like Dark Pictures games. So
Okay.
he brought me the next couple because he already finished them through. I know on PSVG they be giving you shit about those games, but they're actually fun. They're like
I've been saying that.
if you like a good, decent story, a double A type game. You're not getting no triple A, but don't shit on them. The writing keeps getting better each game.
And
So
they're
he
not
came-
long.
Yeah, and they're not long. What, like 4 fucking hours, if that?
Yeah.
But they're fun. They're really, really fun. They got good plot twists. They're exciting.
Which
so
one have
we
you
were
played so far?
whatever the first two were. I know I played those, and then he brought me
Man
like
of Medan and what was the other one? Is it Little Hope?
that's the one with the town, right? Yeah, and I think he brought me like House of Ashes and another one.
House of Ashes is good. Well, they all good, but House of Ashes is really interesting.
Mhm.
I love the story of House of Ashes because it's different than what you get from a normal horror story.
Hmm.
In terms of, do you know the story of House of Ashes?
No, not yet.
Without spoilers, I'll give it to you. You play as it's kind of very timely. You play as U.S. Special Forces going in this area to fight against, I think, Iraqi soldiers, and
Okay.
something happens where you have to either work together with the Iraqi
Yes.
soldiers.
One of them was like isn't it like a like a monster super soldier type of thing. I remember like because you know when the one game ends and the next one is gonna start,
Yes,
it
they give
gives
you
you
like the
like a
preview.
yes.
Yes. And the thing about it is you can either choose to work because you're playing as both soldiers. You're playing as the U.S. soldiers and the Iraqi soldiers. You can either choose to work together with them to get out of the predicament or not to. And that affects the way the game plays. And it's dope.
Okay, cool.
So Man of
Yeah,
Medan, Little Hope, House of Ashes, The Devil in Me, and then the one supposed to come out this year is called Directive 8020, which is
yeah.
what I
So
Directive
he brought me Devil of Me, Devil in Me, and House of Ashes.
Devil in Me is essentially Saw.
Okay.
It's great. It's really good. It's Saw. That's enough to describe it.
Yeah, so I'm looking forward to playing those too because I know those are kind of weekend games. Like
Yeah.
if I set enough time, I can knock those both out like in a weekend. So I was like, cool, because those I even like they get deep sales as well. Like I think what the first one um ended up being like free like PlayStation Plus, and then the other
Yes.
one I think I got it like not I'm not even lying like maybe like $5, $2.50, something
Yeah.
crazy like that. Where I was like, oh, I can't pass this up.
Yeah.
So,
They're
yeah, I
good.
just wanted to mention that one for shout him out for hooking me up on that. But then two, I know you like those games, but they always be shitting on you. And I'm
Yeah.
like,
Directive 8020 should be really good. That is essentially aliens.
Yeah, it comes out
nice.
in May of this year, and it's got my girl from Captain Marvel in it.
Oh damn, we
Damn, we
lost
got rid of
T.
T because he mentioned Captain Marvel.
Right, seriously, they came for him. They came for him. So, what you been watching, Delvin?
um, I've been watching a couple of things. I think the main two things I watched I can talk about is there's this movie on Netflix called Remember because I'm watching. It's called Re/Member, and it's I want to say Korean horror movie
Okay.
or Japanese horror. I think it's Korean, but I think it might be. No, I think it's Japanese because it's based off of anime. I think. And I've been wanting to watch more Japanese horrors and stuff like that because I noticed when we do like our discussion on like horror for the decade of horror,
Oh, yeah.
we don't talk about a lot of the J horror stuff that comes out.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of that stuff is pretty good.
Here's the premise. 6 high school students stuck in a murderous time loop must find scattered remains of an unknown victim to break the curse and finally see another day. That sounds
Yes,
fucking crazy.
it's pretty good.
Yeah.
It's pretty good. I and they made a sequel to it. I didn't watch the sequel yet, but the first one's pretty good. I think the problem with it is it has that anime feel
Okay.
in at certain scenes where like they'll have it like okay, you see these brutal murders going on, right? And then all of a sudden they're at the beach hanging out. Like
Oh,
why
yeah.
y'all at the beach hanging out? Like and they're like, yeah, I know we're gonna die, but we gotta live life. And they're like, no.
Yeah. That
We-
fully is an anime thing where all
yeah,
of a sudden it's big giant battle and then it's like then the next scene or the next episode is like how it's like super slapsticky and they're eating ramen and you're
yes.
like,
And I'm
what
like-
the fuck? Like
they have
I need to
and
go
they have
back to the lightning battle. What happened?
and they have a couple of scenes like that that's kind of jarring, but that's Japanese culture. They do things like that where they're just bringing these scenes of happiness and stuff that's character building.
Mhm.
But once you get past that and you get to the story of what's going on and these teens, the death scenes in it are brutal. And what I really like about it is it's all practical effects. It's not really CG.
Oh,
Like
I can get behind that because
the
I do
monster,
love some good practical effects.
yeah, the monster in it is literally a guy in a costume. And you can see like, oh, this is the person in the costume. Look, it's a good costume, but you're like, oh, this is the guy in the costume. And I kind of appreciate in a time where we're seeing all these special effects, CGI monsters and stuff like that, just watching a guy in a costume be scary.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
it kind
because
of
I think I kind of agree with you, and I was like thinking about this recently. Like, I'd like to see more of it kind of come back in this direction because it's getting a little too shiny.
Yes.
and I need some of that like grit in it. So,
Yeah.
yeah,
Practical
I'm gonna
effects.
check this. I'm gonna add this to the list for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. And the other thing I watched was 28 Years Later, The Bone Temple.
Fucking so good, so
Incredible
good.
movie.
Yeah,
Not what
yeah.
I expected.
No, no.
Incredible movie. A very, very good story.
Yeah, and brutal. Like
Yes.
fuck. They don't pull punches in this one. When you're seeing like certain people get tortured, it's like
I
it's fucking hard to watch.
I kind of felt like I felt about Sinners with this one in terms of the build of it is slow but intentional.
Hmm.
Almost to the point where you kind of like, is this a horror film?
Yeah,
And then you get to the point where the horror starts happening, and it's like, oh, this is brutal, this is gory, but
yeah,
it makes sense.
yeah.
And
Because it sets up in a because it's like, are you doing social commentary? Is it a horror? Like it really poses a lot of things, but then
yes,
it also like add it humanizes what is scary. So then what was scary is not scary because what is like normal people is scary. Like it
yes,
flips everything where it's like fuck when you start sympathizing with some of the characters and it's like damn like you used to be a person.
yeah. I love how it flips that on his head, where
Yeah.
the monster is not the monster, but the real monster is a monster, and it's like, oh,
Yeah.
this is
It's
who we
like
should be scared
fucking
of.
reverse Frankenstein type shit. Is so
Yes,
good, man. I loved it. I can't wait for the third installment because I'm like, oh, I need to see how this trilogy ends.
I do too. I think it's great. I'm super happy the way they ended it. Like, oh, okay, now we're here.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. It's what we've all been waiting for. When we
Yeah,
saw that moment, it was like, okay.
and I kind of like that it took 3 movies to build up to that,
Mm-hmm.
and it feels like it's gonna be worth it. Like it didn't like if any other franchise would have did that. Well, I can tell this part, like because it's not a spoiler. It's like part of the marketing of it.
Mm-hmm.
The main character from the original series is coming back
Yeah.
to the series, and the way they did it was in such a unique way where they're building up to it. And now we're getting to the point where okay, now here's the main character we followed for the first movies back in the fold, and it's really a cool way to do it.
Yeah.
And I'm really interested to see how that character interacts with the characters we followed from the other 2 movies.
Because you can also see that like these two pathways that are coming together really had distinctly different experiences,
Yes.
but yet somehow end up in the same place. Did you see it, T?
Certain types of movies start watching that in that vein, and that ain't gonna be one of them. My nigga.
Man, I'm telling if you listen, if you're gonna play Resident Evil, this goes back to your thing. Listen, you can watch this, you can play this, you can do that, hand in hand.
That is true.
Yeah, okay.
that still said no. Mom
Certainly
just saying.
Certainly won't be doing that, but thank you.
I recognize the point being made, yet I respectfully decline.
There you go.
Let me ask a question.
Yeah.
Maybe I asked it to T. Which is more scary for you, watching horror or playing horror?
I don't watch horror, so I guess playing horror. Because rather than it is, I don't watch scary movies. I know you're like, you saw Sinners, you love Sinners. Sinners wasn't scary to me. Sinners was entertaining. It was, you know what I'm saying? It had, and it was so much more going on in Sinners than any old standard horror fare.
Yeah, I get it.
Can't call it.
Yeah, I can see what you're saying.
I don't bang with scary movies.
Now, what is it? Because I mean, like people will give different things. So, what is it that is off-putting for you?
It was the it was a Nightmare on Elm Street.
Okay.
A series of films, and that ruined me as a child. Like like fuck with my sleep for years as a
Okay.
child,
Okay.
and I'm just like, I'm good. Now
Yeah.
here's the thing. I've watched a bunch of Friday the 13th. Again, different style of horror in those movies. You know what I'm saying? And if you ever seen Jason X, man, that's a good time. God, it's a terrible movie, but a good time to be had.
That is
And
true.
so in that regard, yeah, I kind of can get down with that. I like Aliens. I like the various Aliens movies. And
Okay.
those are some people, yo, them scary as shit.
Yeah, because I was curious. Is it the jump scare? Is it the gore? Is it
It's the
like
tension. Like I said, I
okay,
literally
it's just
playing
tension?
Resident Evil gave me a tension headache. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
Uh,
I
To,
get it.
to,
I get
to
it.
make it swing the other way, oddly enough, watching this most recent episode of Shrinking had me so tense
Yeah,
and crying.
yeah.
So stupid.
Well,
Vanessa
I
was
mean,
on the couch having to hold me. It was bad, man. Because I was like, if y'all motherfuckers take this man from me,
right,
I swear
right.
to God.
I mean, listen. If you watch, I mean, we'll get into it now. If you are caught up to speed and Shrinking, like good, because we're gonna talk about it. We're gonna spoil a little bit. You could just skip ahead like 5 minutes maybe, and then check back in. But yeah, talk to me about Shrinking.
One, I love the show. It is from producers of Ted Lasso, and in fact, Roy Kent. What the fuck is my man's real name? I don't want to just call him Roy Kent.
Yeah, I can't remember right now.
Oh my gosh, he actually writes on the show and produces
Yeah.
on the show. So it's a very dope show, and I really truly enjoy it. And like I said, this last episode had one of the main characters in a real perilous way. And it's like he's one of my favorite characters, has been since the first season when he told old girl, eat a dick, Pam. Since the first go around when you meet
Yes.
Derek, you know
Brent-
he's good folk, man.
Brett Goldstein.
Brett Goldstein, thank you for looking
Yeah.
it up. Yeah, push
Yeah.
respect his name.
Yeah, is like what Shrinking does is it, though there is a lead character,
Yeah.
it truly is an ensemble cast.
Yeah.
Everyone brings strengths to it, so it's not a lopsided show, and you can really connect with one of the characters in some form or fashion. You have the budding relationship, you have the elderly person, you have the person going to college, like all these things, and then but honestly, because Derek is also fucking what's is it Pete from The Bear? The brother-in-law.
Oh,
Sugar's husband.
yeah. It is Pete. It is his name is Pete. So yeah.
They're just good, lovable guys.
Yeah.
Like and people might shit on him, but it's like, why are you shitting on my man over here? He's a good dude. You know, like when Derek's wife told him, like, listen, you know Derek's good at building people up. But and to kind of paraphrase her, she's like, but if you let him down, that's a different type of pain.
Yeah.
And so when he told the one guy, you didn't tell your dad, and he's like, disappointed. And you just saw the other character like, oh, sorry, man. Like he broke up. But I think also what hit hard too was that the character appears to be roughly our age, you know, and we have to be mindful of like our sort of life decisions now because years are catching up. And when he did that, he was just chilling on the sofa, getting a fucking little like fucking Wi-Fi EKG type shit. And then they were like, you got to go to the hospital right now.
Yeah.
And it was like, fucking what? Because then I thought, are they going to plot twist us and kill a character? Because I could see that.
Because this show has the habit of going places.
Yes. So I was just like, but listen,
like, if
you
take this man from me.
right. You kill my man Derek. Listen, Hollywood's not far. I will find somebody. I'm starting to meet people, man. And if I meet the right one, I'll be like, you're the writer? Okay, cool. Talk to me outside real quick. We need to come here. We need to talk. But yeah,
that show is so much better than you would think. No, you know what? Just put some respect on his name. It's such a good show. The week before they had the characters Jimmy and Brian driving Harrison Ford characters somewhere. I don't know where they were driving them to, and they just start singing a bit from Les Mis.
Yeah. Oh no, because they were taking him to get his wedding outfit. No,
that was after the wedding. They were already married
was
at that
after
point.
the wedding?
So, yeah.
But yeah, they were just randomly in the car singing.
Yeah, and they start singing, and then like one, they actually were driving. I didn't realize that. You can see Harrison Ford being so thrown off by the whole experience, even though he's an actor. You can also see him like, what the fuck is y'all doing?
Yeah.
But then the character is like, did y'all make that up? And they're like, yeah, we did that.
Yeah.
We made that up. And it's like, it's so good. And then, so that same episode, at some point in that episode, the character Jimmy says, I want this whole thing to go this way, and it would end with me singing this REM song.
Mhm.
That episode ends, and it's fucking Jason Segel singing that
Singing
REM
the REM song. Yeah. Was it Night Swim or something like that?
Yeah. And I'm just sitting there like, is that Jason Segel? Is that? And it turns out it was. Come on, man.
Well, because so with that, when we got to that scene, I had said, as we were sitting on the sofa, I was like, they're playing the fucking song. Like, they did it. And then I was like, that's fucking Jason Segel. Like, the music was off. And so I was like, what is happening here? So then I had to look it up, and I was like, yeah, that's him. Which made me think of, he has said this in a few different interviews about how Night Swimming is the name of the song by REM. About how when he was younger, he said he owes a lot of his career to Judd Apatow.
Yeah.
And he goes, that Judd Apatow, I told him, listen, you are amazing. You got a lot of talent, but you look fucking weird. And people aren't going to hire you. So you got to start writing for yourself. You got to start like crafting your voice, and you got to start like producing your things, and you're going to be successful. And I'm like, that really probably was the best advice, because I could just see him continuously being the oafy sidekick character, whereas like he's done like kind of done what he's wanted, for getting Sarah Marshall to the Muppet Show to this show. Like, it's his mental universe in a sense. And I'm like, yeah, that probably was the best advice he ever got.
It's his vision, and it's dope to watch him get down with it. Those same producers, new show started up last night on HBO. It's called Rooster. First episode I watched last night. I'll see where it goes. I'll definitely give it the line, because it's my man from The Office, whose name was just again.
Yeah, I was like, this is the Steve Carell one,
Steve
right?
Carell, yeah, Steve Carell and Jamie Tart from Ted Lasso's in it.
Okay,
and so forth. And I'm just like, okay. And the guy who played Doctor from the Doctor on Scrubs, played JD's mentor. He's in it. So all these same guys have gotten together and are just making show after show after show right now, because Hollywood is like, I'll buy it. Yeah. So I'm just like, I dig it. Watched the first episode last night. Pretty good. A little nerve wracking, but also that's kind of what these guys do. A little nerve wracking, you know.
I got to put it on my list to watch, because it was that one, but I kept forgetting in the name. And then there's another show with I think Jason Bateman has a new sort of
that DC
comedy.
St. Louis.
Yeah. So I'm curious about that one too.
Yeah, you let me know if you watch that one. Give me an idea if you think I should get down with that one.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. And then talk to me about Wuthering Heights, because a lot of people, like, the reviews were like, this movie's gonna be fucking terrible, but then you saw it.
I never read the book. I have no affinity to the book. I've never seen another one of the many versions of this thing that has been filmed before.
Yeah,
I watched this movie. Went to the theaters with my lady to see this movie. This movie was fantastic, beautifully shot. It made me sad. She started crying hard, and usually that's me.
Yeah,
I started tearing up, and then she started crying, and that kind of sucked me up, put me back to my manhood. It's like, oh no, I gotta keep her safe. And I'm here right now. The tears that started coming down my eyes. I was gonna be her, and she was gonna be me. And so it immediately got me right, and I was like, oh, come here.
Yeah.
And so it was beautiful. It really was a wonderful film, and I get it. People are like, it's just so different from the book, and this, that, and the third. My lady points out to me that this is the same lady who did Saltburn.
Okay.
And people who saw Saltburn initially was like, this movie's fucked up and weird. I don't like this movie. And now it's kind of a hit. You know what I'm saying? It became like people started watching it. And she thinks Wuthering Heights is going to be the same way. People are hating on it right now and are shitting on it because they love them some Wuthering Heights or whatever. And eventually they're going to come around to what's really an interesting film to watch, I thought. And I had a great time with that movie, man. So highly recommend you go check it out. I realize it'll probably be on like, for rental here any week now. So you'll be fine if you want to watch it at home. But I love seeing things on the big screen. It's
Yeah.
my
I have never
experience.
heard of this movie.
It's, bruh, yeah, it's Margot Robbie and Jacob Elordi and man, I don't know, man. It's just a real good
Let
time.
me do my Googles.
I feel like it really like came and went too, like because I didn't know that it was coming out, and then it was like all of a sudden people were just like shitting on it and being like, "Oh, the reviews say it's terrible," and then I was like, I didn't even know this movie was like coming,
Yeah.
so I didn't know anything about it. I know my wife was kind of interested. Same, we're starting to go to movies a little bit more, but most of it is like just we start watching shit as like a mini series, like we chop up the movie.
Yeah.
Over on my end, it's just been like new season of Drag Race is out. So just been watching RuPaul Drag Race a ton. Also just been watching a lot of stuff to just kind of like filter out the noise too. But Shrinking, knew that once it was back, I wasn't all the way on board on the first episode because I felt like the first episode was a little bit on the corny side. And I really like that the show has this weird depth and takes the dark turns and things like that. One of those real moments too, just to go back and Shrinking, was when the mom like was talking shit about her son as he walked by, and that kind of like fucked up their whole relationship because she is such a hard ass, but it's like she's one of those, she's a hard ass, but because she's extremely sensitive. So that took her down, and it's like those are real moments where you say something out loud and you're like, I'll fuck that up. But it showed that she had to like try to patch this up and recover it. So watching that, and then F1's back. So watching Drive to Survive and kind of catching up on what last season was like, because that's the reality show version of it where they're talking all the racers and everything. And then the new season of racing just started this past Saturday, so I was really enjoying that. Got around to finally seeing Elio, and especially like my wife was like, "Oh, we should watch it. It's like it's getting hyped up. It's winning awards or whatever." That movie sucks. 100%.
They cut that movie to ribbons. They took so much stuff out of it and probably kind of ruined it.
It is the most generic movie where I was like, this is doing all the tropes. It's the angry dad who doesn't understand his son. It's the kid who's getting this, and we're going to address bullying, and we're going to address and it's like, can we just have a fun movie? Like, not everything needs to address everything. Not saying we have to leave things out, but at the same time, it has to be woven in and not layered above. And it didn't. I think we got through maybe like 3/4 of the movie and we never went back. I was like, this movie fucking sucks. Also, visually, it ain't that great. Like, it's just not it. Like, you know what it reminded me a lot of, and this game is kind of old now, is when fucking the most recent Ratchet and Clank came out. Like, what's that? The one with the portals? Like, aesthetically, it reminded me of Roof and Tide. It reminded me aesthetically of that, where I was like, it's a very similar color palette and graphically looks similar. Like, this is not a good movie. So I was just like, I ain't going back to this. But so that's kind of like the world we've been living in too. But we've been on the go and been so busy too, going here and going there, that we really haven't had the chance to like settle in. I think
a beverage will show up on Chaffee's story, and I know he said something about Tiki Bar, and I'm like, that's my man's.
That's pretty much where we are. We're like hitting up the Tiki bars. There was something in Delvin's library that we did watch recently. Fuck, I don't remember though. I don't know. I'll bring it up next time.
Hope it wasn't Silent Hill, because that's just trash.
No. Fuck, I cannot recall right now. But and then watched the second Oz movie. What's that bitch called?
Wicked for Good.
Wicked for Good. Yeah, we watched that one too.
I love that movie.
Yeah, so that one was pretty good. So kind of catching up on TV shit, and then just to kind of bring this whole thing all the way back around town.
Bring it around town.
What you been listening to?
Bring it around
I actually pulled some records so you guys can see stuff. This one I thought was pretty dope, and it's The Roots Come Alive 2. Do You Want More's 30th anniversary? They did a live show at the Blue Note in New York and put it on wax. And I did not know this was a record store day release. I I love the Roots. How did I not
Yeah.
know a Record Store Day release
Yeah, that
came
would
out?
have been on your list for
It would
sure.
have been on my list. I posted that on Instagram, and Questlove liked it, so that's kind of dope.
Yeah, that was really cool. That was
Uh,
super fucking cool.
and it's a real great album. So on Blue Black Vinyl, I'm not pulling it out because kind of getting late in the game here.
Yeah.
This has been on my mind because everybody in mama's talking about Gorillaz,
Hmm.
but for me, it's my favorite Gorillaz album. It's Plastic Beach. And
Plastic
you
Beach
should
is really
listen
good.
To Plastic Beach.
Yeah.
You should listen to Plastic Beach. I'm telling you that sure enough. You have not. You have not.
Plastic Beach is that would be the equivalent of the like how Weezer has the Pinkerton album, like
Okay.
it to your Saltburn reference.
Okay.
People are now understanding the genius of that album, but when it first came up, it was like, oh, this is not that album, and it's like, nah, it's not. This is where they started to like kind of push the walls a little more.
Nice.
Okay.
Chaffee sent us a text the other day. Said you guys got to listen to this podcast, and it's called One Song. And this particular song was "NY State of Mind" by Nas. And all of a sudden, I've just gone down a rabbit hole of Nas stuff. In fact, I'll try to put links in here so Chaffee can put them in the show notes. But what they end up discussing was this album, which is the Ahmad
Yes.
Jamal Trio, "The Awakening."
Mhm.
And I Love Music, which is second song on this, is what was sampled for that particular song. And I've been thinking about this album for years and years and years. And I was like, finally, when I listened to that podcast, I was like, I'm gonna buy it.
Yeah.
So I mean, first thing I was always I go to Discogs and I just go start looking. I'm looking at prices. And I'm like, oh man, this is all over the place. But then I'm like, let me go check out the label and see what if they sell it.
Yeah, they still got print.
Not that they still print it. They had a new pressing coming out that week.
Oh shit! Perfect timing.
That's dope.
Yeah, and so they were like releases March 5th, and so I bought it the day you sent us the message about the podcast.
Yeah.
After I listened to the podcast, bought it. It arrived on the 5th, it's like 3 days later, brand new, directly from the label. Which
That's
is
a
super
score.
dope. I've supported who I need to support. Not that this guy doesn't support, but oftentimes you're
Yeah.
buying from
Mhm.
somebody's crib.
It's just nice when you get it directly from the source.
Yeah, because every physical release you purchase, everybody, I need you to know, is about I think something like 5,500 spins on a digital service.
Yeah,
it matters. You're doing so much more by buying physical than you would be
Yeah.
just trying to listen to songs on the Spotify, Apple Music, so forth and so on. So that's what I've been kind of moving with, man, and getting down with. I would tell you to also check out De La Soul on their Tiny Desk. Kind of a work of art. Really is gorgeous. So great stuff to hear there. So that's what I've been getting down with musically.
Nice.
What y'all guys?
How about you, Delvin?
J. Cole for the most part.
How is it?
I enjoy it. I enjoyed it a lot. What it is. I know people have mixed on it, but I really enjoyed the album. I think it's a really good album. I think it's really introspective. I think it's a Carolina album.
Okay.
It's a ode to his town. It's talking about his love for his city and what he goes through there, and just feels like a victory lap almost.
Fair enough.
I
Just
think
as essentially his Black album, you think it's a good one to go out on?
Yeah. I know people are saying no, but yeah, because it feels like it gets all the pluses that people have about J. Cole, and funny enough, all the negatives. So if you were to like get a perfect personification of J. Cole's career, this album probably would be it. Like, like if you think of like, okay, what do people like about J. Cole? The dope lyrics,
Mm-hmm.
The witty characteristics, stuff like that. What people don't like about J. Cole, sometimes his beats and his production's not where it needs to be at. I think you kind of get the best of both worlds with this. Like, okay,
All right.
I dig it though. And also, a
Nice.
double album is hard to do.
Yeah.
Very
That
few
is true.
double albums that are actually like great.
I do like this promo that he's doing of selling out the back of his Honda Civic.
That is
kind of
dope.
into that. That is like I'm into that. I like that. Yeah, over on my end, this is kind of like psychedelic rock band, but not super psychedelic. But it's this band called the OCs, and they have a new EP out called Kara Maluko. That's a really good one,
The
especially
Orange
like
counties.
good riffs. So even though they're from the Bay Area, so and they've gone through multiple spellings. They used to be like the and then letter OC, and then they were like OHSESS, and then they were like like they've been in quite a few. They're just weird, like rocker group, but they're really, really good. And then this other sort of more like on the rock punk sound, is another band called Surfboard, and their album is Reality Star. Um, that one has been going heavy. Um, and then just kind of still like living in the sort of like a dark wave vibe. Um, the Boy Harsher album called Careful, which is like I think it's like their second album maybe, so it's kind of old, but that one's so fucking good. Especially the song LA is like my main go-to. And then there's this other like another dark wave band called Lebanon Hanover. Just been listening to them a ton, and I've been listening to like, I think it's that one is like their second album too, called The World Is Getting Colder. Um just like really soaking that shit up. And I'm trying to think if there's anything else I've been tapping into to kind of throw it to a bit. Oh, this one, I don't know where the fuck it came from, or why I started listening to it again. But back in the I think it was late 90s, early 2000s, there was a band called Toadies. Like they had that song Possum Kingdom. And it was like super
Hmm.
popular on like the fucking MTV alt radio type of thing. And they actually have a song called Tyler. That song is like for a band that I was never into is like a song I listened to a lot. And so I was like, you know what? I've never actually listened to the album, like actually given it a try. And I was like, this song fucking go or this album is actually really good and has aged really well. So just been listening to Toadies as well, just because I'm like, fuck it, why not? Let's listen to it. And then the last one to kind of round it all out, um, Gavin put me onto this artist called Nine Vicious. Now, if you like current Playboy Cardi, especially with like a lot of the Filthy is the producers. If you like the filthy beats and stuff like that, it kind of sounds like that, but a little more of a raw underground um Playboy Cardi. Like that's what he sounds like. So, and I like a lot of distorted beats, a lot of like just raw production. I mean, I do like shiny shit as well, but some songs I'm like, this sounds it just sounds a little more punk, a little more aggressive, a little more underground. So Nine Vicious, he's been getting a lot of play as well. So just been kind of hunting for more music because I also feel like music is a little slow right now. Like we're not getting the big drops, but I
Yeah.
do like that because then I don't feel like I have five new albums that came out, as I can be like, oh yeah, I forgot I used to listen to these guys and they got a new album, and listen to these and they got a new album. So that's kind of where I am right now. But that kind of wraps up our evening. We went for a lengthy one. We almost hit mine in like 3 hours. Thought it was
Yeah,
PSVG over here.
yeah.
Shit,
That's what I was
you
gonna
know.
say. I thought it was a PSVG episode.
But I'm glad to hang out with my friends this evening. Always a good time. So just want to say thank you to everyone listening. Thank you to Delvin. Thank you to T. We out of here. Peace.